Yeah.
How y'all doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope y'all are doing well.
How we doing, everybody?
Hope y'all are still doing good. I'm just waking up
welcome.
myself. Good to see y'all out here. Appreciate you supporting us and the worthy cause of Child's Play. Good to see you. Good to see you.
It's always a fantastic time being together for a fantastic cause. Before we get started, let's get a quick roll call.
I was just
everybody
gonna
that's
say,
here.
yeah.
I'm Bad News Nate.
I'm Two-Face. This man right next to me is VN.
Yes.
Let's get his voice.
That's all right.
Oh, man.
Technical.
Like I said, I'm
Sorry.
VN or VNator. Nice to meet y'all.
Nice to meet you.
I am GFC.
I am gocubbies. We are the five amigos doing the FM thing for y'all this lovely Saturday morning. I was gonna say I didn't know if we had a timer, if we were going right on 9:30 or what the whole protocol.
No, I
was.
think they'll give us a countdown.
Oh, okay. I just was-
Or we could give them a countdown.
Either way, what's up, Twitch chat? Nice to see everybody here. We got Yagami, Colin, some good friends of mine in here. Good to see you, Sly. Umi, let's go to.
So, Nate, if you want to give us like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, as long as everybody's
I was gonna
ready
say if we
here
have
for that.
we have
We good for that? Yeah.
timer ready or what? What's the approach?
Yeah, I think we have timer ready. I would just make
Yeah, sure.
guys.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
you guys ready?
Just want to make sure. I was gonna say
Ready?
one moment. Yes, I believe. Yes, I'm ready. Okay.
Are you ready, Cubbies?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
You ready,
we will
GFC?
get in
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Good
All
luck,
right.
gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
to explain what Forbidden Memories Randomizer is, so
Sorry, I'll do it.
you may know in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories game, all 722 cards in this randomizer are available. In the original game, there was a limitation as to how many cards you could obtain. So a grand total of 689 cards were available in the original game, but in randomizer, you can get anything from any duelist. So in this randomizer, Simon could potentially drop the highest attack card in the game, that being Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, there's Gate Guardian, Meteor Bee Dragon, etc. So you can get an assortment of different cards from different duelists in this. So the only thing that has not changed is the way that the AI plays monsters or whatever. That will be a factor later on in the game when we go through the gauntlet. So
This is the one time you'll ever see me start with Dark Hole, so savor it. Only because the starting deck, yeah, so typically in these runs, the starting deck is something that really matters. So the starting deck in these games are randomized every time you start a new game. So typically in speed runs, you'll see us potentially reset for quite a long time looking for a good starting deck. But since this is a randomizer, we're going to have all different kinds of cards. It's not really a big deal what the starting deck is because it's going to be very quickly replaced.
Oh my.
On top of that, normally you two would try and speed through the game and skip this early beginning part.
Yeah. Typically, we wouldn't even be fighting these people, but since it's a randomizer, so typically, the way the game normally works is that every time you win a duel in this game, you get a random card as a reward, and in 15 card mod, you get 15 cards, which that mod is on here as well as the randomizer. Now, all of the duelists will typically have a set drop list, like a set list of cards that they have the chance to drop. In this randomizer, however, it's completely random. Anybody can drop any card in the game. We don't know who's going to drop what. So because of that, somebody who we would typically never fight before could drop the best cards in the game. So we have to fight everybody until we find some good cards, and then we can, zero in on them.
I was gonna say usually in this would be called Egypt one. This is usually the early game. Sometimes you might get lucky and you might get a dragon or a thunder, a really helpful piece in vanilla game. But
Look at this guy fusing actual cards.
I was just say I know what I'm doing.
I'm over here with 900 attackers.
I was just say I don't want to mention it over there. It's
Bro,
nice
I just
to,
got owned by an amoeba.
That's awesome. Kaiser Dragon Dark Hole.
Oh, wow.
That's a start. There.
And Echo Gal won.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So
start.
one thing to point out with NekoGao #1 is that in the original game, it is practically an unobtainable card. So again, as I mentioned, all 722 cards are available, which includes the cover card in the game, believe it or not, that being Magician of Black Chaos.
Wow, you got
Oh, Millennium
BCD,
Shield.
Millennium Shield. Wow, this is nice. Bushioni Invigorates.
Okay, so depending on the rank that you get at the end of each duel, that kind of determines what list of cards you can win from. So if we get like an A POW or an S POW, then we'll win from a list of one list of cards. If we get A Tech or S Tech, it'll be a different list, and then any other rank, B, C, D, anything, we'll win from another list. So gocubbies got an SA POW rank against the first guy, Simon. And we saw what he won, and then I got a BCD rank, a B rank, I believe, which means I got cards from a completely different list of possible rewards. So, and there wasn't really anything too good in either pool, so...
I got Dark Hole. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, Dark Hole's not too bad.
And actually, going back to GFC's first pull, actually, his campaign drop, that was actually a 2 on the drop chart. So.
You're kidding me. I
Yes,
already
it
won.
was.
First drop.
So to put that into perspective for everybody, so all of the chances to win cards in this game are they're a fraction, the odds. They're all out of the number 2048. So if we say that something is a 2, then that means that the odds of winning that card is literally the fraction 2 over 2048.
Or 0.1%.
Yeah, so
which is
quite
ridiculous.
rare what just happened there. So these guys, me and gocubbies have not seen this seed before.
Yep.
These guys picked out the seed for us prior to the event. I believe they have like a spoiler log that they can see,
Yep.
so they can see what who drops what cards. But me and gocubbies have no idea. So right now it's just
Totally
going to be, we're going to be searching around for some good drops, and once we find some, we can start farming them and have a grand old time.
Ancient Tool.
Widespread, okay.
Lap
Goodness.
tank.
I think that was a tripwire too.
That was.
Yeah,
that was.
so Widespread Ruin is the best
A-Pal.
trap in the game.
SA Pal.
S.A. Paltea.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's see. Of course. Time Wizard.
Wizard
Nice.
Electric Snake. Wow.
Alice-
Thousand Dragon.
All right,
Emperor's
we get some
Judge.
garbage
Wow.
out of the stick.
Ooh,
Wow.
double warrior
What a
elimination.
start.
Yeah,
That's
not
actually
too
not bad.
I
That's good for
definitely
like
would
meta mage
rather,
later.
Rather S.A. Paltea there for the widespread. So,
Yeah,
so we have some paper in front of us to write down notes. It's quite important. Hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
It's also important to note out as well that GFC earlier won Invigoration, which is a twin-headed Thunder Dragon equip, and he has twin-headed Thunder Dragon material which he can use. So there's that.
Oh, shoot. What am I doing? This is probably a mistake.
Actually, could you explain? Actually, I realized for the audience back home, they might not be familiar with Forbidden Memories, and they might have come here
Yeah.
expecting fusions, rituals, synchro summons, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Could you explain what's the whole deal with this game?
Oh, Tecriminos is a dragon. I always forget that.
Yeah, Tecriminos
Yeah, go
is
ahead,
a sea
Nate.
serpent.
You can explain
let
what
Nate
the,
handle that
Or I
one.
could do.
the history of this.
Whatever
and the
you
TCG.
guys-
By the way, as I say, I'll let you guys take care of it. Go right ahead, Nate. You can explain how this was developed alongside the trading card game originally when this game came out in Japan.
Oh, absolutely. So, Forbidden Memories was, I guess, kind of a prelude to how the trading card game was. The trading card game was not released here in the United States until 2002. So, this was when this game was released here in North America.
Very late.
But this game was originally released in Japan on, I think it was December 9th, 1999, I believe it
That
was.
sounds right, yeah.
And this kind of took after the Game Boy game, I believe it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 2. So all the drops and everything that you see here kind of precedes from that game as well.
I got really lucky up till then. I can't believe Villager 1 started Hercules Beyond.
Some of my
You. That's
menuing is just
crazy.
atrocious today.
It's alright, I'm getting really lucky with
I'm used to
these,
playing on emulator, so I have a little bit of an excuse. Why do I feel like Invigoration works on Tecriminos? Oh, because it doesn't. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's not even Tecriminos, that's Trachodon.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I couldn't tell you the difference off the top of my head. This is a good start to the race so far, I'd say.
So you A-Pow and I'm A-Pow.
Maybe, nice. Garuzis, Dark Witch, Invader.
Sinengine.
Croc-
Blackluster Soldier.
Soldier,
Oh,
wow.
And
okay.
Sinengine.
That's
Okay.
actually
Okay, we got some goods going.
There's
on.
our
We got
first
some goods.
3,000 attack monster of the run.
Yes, very, very, very good.
All right then.
You said the seed would be balanced. Now I'm always saying this is amazing.
Who was that? That was Village
Villager
1.
one.
That's a little concern. All right, well, I think Villager 2 just had a little bit of a nap there. It's all right. We'll get back into here. Oh my gosh, that's Sengenjin. I thought that was something else. Okay.
Sengenjin is really good.
Never mind, I'm happy now. Oh wow, what is that?
It's a card you normally would see on Haishin early on in the game.
Let's go. All right.
So yeah, we both have, like I said, notes in front of us, so we could just write down, who drops what as we go, so we can remember later on who we want to go back to farm. So after you beat somebody in campaign in this game, they're unlocked in free duel, which means you can go back and fight them like over and over again to farm them, essentially. So if you lose in campaign, then that's a game over. But if you're in free duel, it's not a game over. So we are going to go through the campaign. We're going to fight everybody pretty much, even though typically in speedruns we wouldn't do that.
Never do that.
Just so we can kind of scout out who drops what, and then once we get to a certain point, we know who drops what cards. We will on the fly develop like a farming plan of who we want to farm, what ranks we want to farm them at, what cards we're going for, and we'll slowly build a deck. So it's all as we go pretty much.
Exactly. We've got a decent strategy about fusions here. Like you see, I've made a Flame Cerberus a few times. That's usually with a beast card like the little squirrel-looking thing, and a pyro monster. It's shown in the bottom right corner that it's got a pyro type, and a beast like this guy right here would make.
Hey, Morphine Jar does its
Ooh, Magician of Black Chaos.
Okay, that's actually really good.
Very nice. Villager 2 SA POW, Magician of Black Chaos.
So as I mentioned, Magician of Black Chaos was one of the unattainable cards. It's actually the cover card in this
cool
game.
card.
So it's very nice to see it being utilized in randomizers.
All right, let's see. I think this might be VCD. I think we've traded BCDs and SAs here. Oh wow, I got 8,000.
So while I have a second as well, I just want to, again,
I got Magician
improvise-
Black Cast as well. Wow, that's
Oh,
crazy.
nice.
And I got Morphing Jar off Villager 2. Yes.
So it must
It does
be
exist.
I told you it was
oh,
there.
that's a little bit of a mistake.
wouldn't
Don't worry
lie.
about that.
I'm legally allowed to say this. What kind of rando?
The best kind of rando, the one that you made, Phil.
Yes.
So really quick, so typically in the original game, all of the odds of winning cards are like preset. So for example, against somebody later on called Meadow Mage, the odds of winning Meteor Bee Dragon on the S or A POW rank is a 20 out of 2048. And every time you play the game, if you SA POW Meadow Mage, that's the same chance for winning Meteor Bee Dragon. It's always the same.
Yeah.
So
All
the
of
way
our
this
odds are also randomized
Right.
during this.
Yeah, so the way the randomizer pretty much works is when the seed is generated, you can input what range you want all the drops to be between. So I believe, Nate, when you generated it, it was probably, so all the drops will be between a 10 and a 60 or something?
Yes, yeah,
Yes,
that's correct.
so all of the cards that will drop will have a drop rate somewhere between 10 and 60. Now you heard earlier that Two-Face mentioned that I won a 2 out of 2048, and that's just because when you generate the seed, you tell it like, okay, only give me cards with odds between 10 and 60 out of 2048, but all of the cards in the pool need to add up to 2048, so it'll occasionally give you cards less or more than that range to make it add up properly. Searu,
Kochikosi's a crazy one to draw.
another Searu. Okay, so Searu is a pretty high odd card there. Searu is actually quite nice. So I'm actually gonna write that one down.
Yeah, and any time that there is a extremely rare drop, I will be trying to point it out if I see it appear, because I have all the odds right here.
Right. Prior to the run, I've sent both VDater and Two-Face the spoiler log for this. I also have a copy, but I'm observing both of the runners at this time.
Crush card!
Oh, wow.
Wow!
Okay, yeah, Crush
What is
card
this
is-
removal? Kazuya?
And Kazuya.
Yeah, so Crush Card is incredibly good. Crush Card is one of So there's a couple cards in these randomizers that we
donuts
kind
for
of
that.
consider, the big ones. These are the cards that we are overall looking for, such as Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, strongest monster card in the game. And one of those cards is indeed Crush Card. Crush Card, when used, will destroy every monster on the enemy's field that has an attack of 1500 or greater. So essentially it is a Brigeki that just doesn't work on, for example, Millennium Shield or something that has like a high defense but no attack. By the way, we are, the MAGFAST in general is raising money for Child's Play charity, and we talked about this earlier, but we think it would be amazing if during this run, before this run is over, a total of $1,000 is donated. So
That would be
chat,
pretty hype.
listen, I know you guys, I know a lot of you in chat, I know you guys can do this. $1,000 before the end of this run. Let's get it, boys.
We were able to raise about, I think it was what, $1,100 last year, Nate? It was pretty insane. how we
I
were
think it was
able to
around
do
1400 last year.
It was
And
remarkable.
You guys
it
can
was
so
one of
definitely
those
do
If
it.
you guys need a little donation incentive, I have a fact cuboid here. If we get some donations rolling in, I'll be happy to read off one of them at a time here. It's not going to be Laffy Taffy or whatever, but it's going to be something really interesting to see what we can get pulled off of there.
I'll tell you what, the Laffy Taffy stuff
That
that,
was
went
pretty
on
good.
last night was actually pretty amazing. And everybody that donated last night, thank you so much for that.
was really fun.
Let's continue to push towards our goal for Child's Play.
By the way, was that Crush on Villy 3 SA?
That was Villager 3 SA. Yes, it was.
And while this is going on, if you have time for donations, this is the perfect time to do so, please.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if there's any there.
We don't seem to have received any new donations as of this morning. but
Let's
as
get
has been
it.
All right.
mentioned,
Come on, chat, let's go.
You got this, chat. I believe in you. Get it on. I believe in you. For the
FM,
kids.
Forbidden Memories community has to represent here.
It's all good. We got this rolling. Everyone's just waking up, getting their morning coffee. No booze. I understand. All right. The Jonah 1. Jonah 1. Start.
I don't know if this might be a BCD.
All right. As I say, I played a face down. Probably going to be BCD.
we actually have a $30 donation from
Swords! Sorry.
And Hain! Double Hain!
Okay, so Swords of Revealing Light is by far
Sorry for
the
the interrupt.
best non-monster card in the entire game. Swords of Revealing Light, when played, makes it so the AI cannot attack for 3 full turns. And you can have 3 Swords of Revealing. You can have up 3 of any card other than the Exodia cards in your deck. So now that I know where to win this, I can now get 3 of them. And imagine if each one I play stalls them for 3 turns. I have 3 in the deck. I have Regekis as well. You can kind of see how this can snowball and pretty much make you win any duel. So yeah, that is debatedly one of the biggest drops
Probably
that
top
we could
3,
get.
top 4 card. No
Easily
question about
top
it.
3. I would say top 2. Like it's
Yeah.
ultimate and then this.
Yeah, Megamorph
But yeah,
is
sorry for that.
got hand
Go
in as
ahead.
well. That's
Continue
fine.
the donation read there. Sorry about that.
Okay, that's not a problem. We got 2 donations. One in the amount of $30 from Two Face,
Yo.
who donates for the good luck, and we have one for $100 from Ricky J.
Let's go.
Ricky.
Get hype.
Get hype indeed. I was going to say. Wow.
Thank you so much, Ricky.
Awesome start, guys.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Really, really awesome of you.
Hey, that right there is more than 1/10 of the goal of this of our run here. Like I said, I want to see 1,000 total during this run, and that is a great start. Thank you, Ricky and Two Face.
Yeah.
All right,
you
so
get it?
far we're
Did you
coming
get
up on the
swords?
home stretch for Egypt 1. So GFC is on Seto right now. Seto's
As am
strongest
I.
card, for anybody wondering, is Gaia the Fierce Knight. But because of how the randomizer is and the drops that they've attained up to this
Yes.
point, it should be no issue.
Speaking of no issue, I've got that covered right now. And if he starts, he's
daisies.
got it covered.
Let's go. So now that we know that Jonah 1 SA POW drops swords, that'll definitely be one of our farming spots just for that card. It is legitimately that good, that important.
Yeah, that sounds good. Worm Beast. Wow. Let's start. Thank you guys again for the awesome start with the donations. Really,
Yeah,
really do
absolutely.
appreciate it. Thank you all
Keep
for
'em
coming out
coming.
in this great drove of numbers. Really do appreciate everybody coming out this morning, having a great time with us. Good to have lovely tech support back there as usual. You guys have done a fantastic job. Sorry for the delay up at the front there. They were just making things that extra bit perfect, and we really do appreciate it back there.
Yeah,
It's
shout
awesome
outs to
event.
all the staff and all the volunteers for all their hard
Y'all-
work.
y'all
this
the real
weekend.
MVPs
So
back
you all
there.
deserve all the appreciation and all the love. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much again to everybody.
You guys do a fantastic
Yeah, it's an
job.
honor being
No
able
question.
to be here.
No question.
So I played that Sogan there specifically so I could get a B rank. So like I said, depending on the rank you get, you can get a different pool of cards. So that was on purpose. 4, 5,
Self-defense can be
6.
useful.
Regeki.
Oh, there's Regeki. Very nice.
That's very, very good Regeki. So the strongest combination really in the game is Swords of Revealing Light and Regeki.
Was that B-Pal?
Yes, because you play a Swords of Revealing Light, now the AI cannot attack for 3 turns, and then you play a Regeki, wipe out all their monsters. You're attacking them directly, and they can't do anything about it. Like, they could play the strongest monsters in the game, and you could have nothing above 1,000. They still can't attack. You're still Regekiing them. So,
Yeah, I will say the combination of Regeki and Swords of Revealing Light together with 3 copies in your deck is very broken, especially in randomizers.
okay, so now that that's done,
Now we're about time.
that is, so that entire beginning section that you just saw, in speedruns, we will typically skip that. That's known as Egypt 1. You can skip every single duel that we just did there, and typically, like I said, in speedruns we will, but in a randomizer, we need to find, you know, where all the good cards are going to drop, so it's best to go through everybody, at least until you have, you know where all
good
the
knowledge
good
of
cards
where,
are.
like, yeah.
Yeah, so now we're moving on to where most speedruns would begin, with a nice long cutscene.
Yeah. As I say, we're laying the ground foundation here. It's our main protagonist's family. There's a bit of a internal coup going on over here. So we've got Haishin seizing the means of production, and we're trying to fight him and see if we can't do anything about this here. His aide, this guy.
So yeah, we're going to be forced into a fight with somebody called Haishin, and in order to progress the story of the campaign, you have to lose. It's a scripted loss. So typically in speed runs, it comes down to, if the fastest loss you can take. Now, a question that a lot of people who've played this game as a kid will have is, what happens if you beat Haishin in campaign? And the answer is that if you beat him, it will just make you fight him again and again and again until you do eventually lose. You cannot move on. However, when you do beat him, you do get, cards as a reward, and you can keep those cards even after the scripted loss. So, if you have the opportunity to beat him, like I might because this is a randomizer, then it is definitely worth at least trying. So I'm gonna see. It's unlikely with just a 3,000. Yeah. So he played a perfect ultimate great moth. We call that Pugum.
I got Crush.
Probably not gonna win here. So yeah, now that he played at 3,500, I have nothing. I have to take a scripted loss anyway. You pretty much, you try for one turn. If you can get control of the duel, then great. Beat him, see what he drops. If you can't, now we need to focus on losing as quickly as possible, and we will lose this turn. So that's good.
It's got to be widespread, right? Has to be widespread.
Doesn't have to be.
It's just-
There's a lot. Yeah, Haishin 1 is like Dark Knight almost with the magics.
Yeah, it was a trap, so yeah, it was widespread. I had to get rid of it.
Okay,
anyway.
yeah.
It's not a big deal. As I say, he's going to Megamorph right here anyway.
All right,
He doesn't
first
have
try
Megamorph.
Puzzle Shatter incoming. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
There's MPD.
Oh my god, first try Shatter Puzzle. Oh my god.
This is
The
it.
craziest trick in the game. I did a menuing.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, as I say, I think I'm going to be
Speaking of which,
100 short. No.
Speaking of which, speaking of menuing, I will be donating $50 for each runner who gets
Say that.
Final 8.
Ooh, Final 8. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know.
I didn't know what you meant at first.
I didn't know we had that on the table. Oh, God.
We'll
All
talk
right.
about what that means later in the run. That'll come up at the very end of the run. We'll talk about that later.
Oh gosh, you're gonna tempt me on that. I'll see how the pace is.
But that's interesting.
All right, let's see.
We'll see.
Well, seeing as how well you two are doing, I feel
Yeah,
that there should be enough time
Oh,
to.
yeah.
If we have time, we'll
That'll
see.
that'll be fun.
Alright, so we're coming up on the first fight in the World Tournament with Rex Raptor. So normally in World Tournament, the decks are a little easy to begin with, but they progressively get harder as the tournament goes on.
Yeah, and in case you're following along with the story, now that we've lost the High Shin, we have now time traveled up to present day with your main Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist Yugi, playing as him and going through this tournament that has been set up by Kaiba.
He took the bait,
Wow.
boys.
I think I've seen a TV show about this.
This guy over here.
Shoutouts to Battle City.
Oh god.
So you might have just noticed there that Rex just slammed a weaker monster into mine and killed his own monster. The reason for that is because when you play a card face down, depending on who you're fighting, the AI might not know what the card is, just like in real life. So there's a chance for the AI, if you play a card face down, to attack no matter what card what the attack of the card you played is. So in that case, I played a really strong card face down, and he just slammed his monster into it, and let's go. Stone D. Hog moment, maybe. B-Skull, that's
Wow.
kind of nice.
It's really good. There you go. All right, we got first one out of the run over here. Let's go.
Also, Sky Dragon is kind of cool.
That is pretty cool. NGO.
It's not that
This
good,
is
but it's
very
cool.
useful in some situations,
Yes.
but
First one hit
like
it
the
on
problem with some of the higher attack cards is that they can only take maybe like 1 or 2 equips. In this case, Beast Skull has 3,200 attack, but only takes Dragon Treasure for its equip.
That was probably a over-exaggerated
It's always nice.
reaction
It's
to
always
Beast
nice to
Skull
see
for
Beast
me
Skull and
there.
Sky Dragon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'll believe you.
It's a good card, but it's not that.
It is good. It is very good. But you guys
That,
will definitely see later that we're gonna have some better stuff. But still, Beast,
that
anything
PCD?
that's 3,000 or up is gonna be nice in Note, as I say, I believe.
Was that? Okay.
Yeah, for early on, for sure, it's very good.
Pop, 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 pop. So typically in runs, we will remove cards out of our deck, usually depending on type. So typically in a run, we will focus on building up a deck that can fuse a lot of strong cards, such as Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. So we'll look for dragons and thunders, and we'll take it out based on, types that don't fuse very well, like bugs or fiends. However, you might notice in this
for me, right arm.
randomizer, I'm just taking cards out based off of their attack. The lower attack, I just take them out. And that's mainly because, again, this entire run, we're going to be winning super high base attack cards, which typically doesn't happen in a normal run. So yeah. And here is Swords that is just so strong.
I got
I'm not
Warrior
gonna
Elimination
use it
off
yet.
of SA Pal Rex. Sorry to interrupt. Just so you know.
So Weevil here can play Jirai Gumo, which has 2,200 attack. Right now, the best I have in my hand is 2,100. So if he does play that, and I don't have a response, I could Swords, but he did not play it, and I drew Sinin Jin 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 anyway. So we're good. All right, got the Deku tree.
Remind me to put right arm in a second here. I forgot to do that.
By the way, to add on top of what GFC was talking about earlier when it came to deck formation, when it comes to the fusion system in this game, it's mainly based on card attributes. For example, gocubbies earlier fused that fire dog.
Yes.
It has a name.
Flame Cerberus.
Yes, that's what its name is. Flame Cerberus. So he fused it with a beast and a pyro or a fire. Essentially, each card has one or more attributes, sometimes none, and these fuse to make different cards. Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon is usually the best fusion card because it not only is easy to make in terms of how generic it is, but it also has the highest attack for a generically fused monster. For example, something like Black Soul Dragon, you need 2 very specific cards to make it. Rise Black Dragon and Summon Skull. But for Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, you just need any Thunder and any Dragon, with at least one of them being over 1,600 attack points. And you can make a dragon with 1600 attack points by fusing a weaker dragon with almost any elemental type card, whether it be another thunder, a water, a plant, a zombie, you name it.
0 for 2.
So nothing too good there on Weevil SA, pal.
So the thing about the randomizer is that's completely thrown out the window because who needs a twin-headed thunder dragon when your opponents are dropping Black Skull Dragon or Black Skull Dragon or
Beast Skull. Beast Skull. Yes,
Oh,
that
nice.
was drop 15. I
Weevil
think.
SA.
Yeah.
Weevil SA. Yes.
Speaking of which,
Both of our runners have a beast skull now, so that's very nice.
Oh.
Also, to answer your question, Ricky J, about Exodia, we actually do have a minor incentive for if they do summon Exodia.
Yes, I was gonna say I'm gonna put
Yeah,
that.
so
I'll
go ahead and
and
explain that one.
really quickly here. So, if for whatever reason during this run, any of our runners find all 5 limbs of Exodia and actually perform the summon, I will donate $50.
Yeah, and if they get Exodia, I will donate $50, as well as probably a limb.
And the reason being for that is because Exodia summons are so rare in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories that we don't see them very often. So there have been a handful of runners that have gotten Exodia
believe
in
5 or
some tournaments
6,
in
yeah.
the community.
and it's hilarious.
It's insane.
It's a fun time when it happens. It's because it's so
Unbelievably
rare
rare.
you just don't see it.
I was gonna say, as far as I'm aware, both of these runners have not been Exodia
No,
during the
goodness,
actual
no,
run
I
yet.
would remember that one. I think I know there's like, what is it, 5 or 6 people who've ever had it?
The odds of it happening in a real run ends the run pretty much
You
immediately.
can find videos of it happening on YouTube, but it is legitimately like winning the lottery levels of like
Insane.
Of luck.
The
It's
universe has
like
to align.
actually winning the lottery, like in real life, like
Right.
it's insane. But
And you know of 2 Japanese community members that have gotten Exodian. I think one of them was, I forget it was either Dakota or Onion, but the other runners that have gotten Exodian are Rancor 13, Sonic Channel Silver 2, and Pika Pals, I believe.
That sounds correct, yeah, I was just say. I remember
Yeah, if there's,
Shadow Sonic, that was the first one I ever saw.
if there's
You guys make it sound so fun, like getting Zodia, that I think I might join in on that donation train as well.
let's go. Speaking of donations, if there are any donations, feel free to read them off.
Yes, please.
Thank you again, lads, for the incentive ideas. I think that's a really clever way of incentivizing us to do this outside ideas.
We received 3 donations. The amount of $10 from Yagami Light 1992 saying, "Let's go boyos."
Nice.
We have an anonymous $40 donation with no caption attached. And $50 from JCab101 who says, "Here's to some good RNG. Let's go GFC."
Nice,
And
nice.
Tom says hi. Oh, we received another just now in the amount of $5.55, also from Yagami Light 1992.
Very nice, very nice. We 0 for 3?
Thanks, Yagami, and thank you,
1
JCam.
for 3. Nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Very, very appreciative.
Good to
of
know
the
that you're
donation.
watching, man. Thank
I was
you.
gonna say we're getting up there, aren't we? We're doing at least $300 or so. I haven't been keeping track, but we're
Yeah, I
doing
haven't
pretty
been
good.
keeping track, but
We've done
we
pretty well
do
this
it.
way.
Very,
Actually,
very,
I
very
meant to ask
thankful
as
to you
well,
guys.
what's our total at right now? As far as the whole marathon?
MBD. MBD.
Wait a second.
BCD.
And
Twin-headed.
wait a second.
Oh,
Who was
wow.
that? What?
BCD on my.
BCD my? Oh, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Back on mine.
I'm not sure if I saw that right, but was that Metalmorph or
Yes, it
Megamorph?
was. It was Metal Morph.
Okay,
Yeah.
not Megamorph.
Which
God,
I'm
that's funny.
sitting here like loving Megamorph
Wow.
face.
It's all right. He's gonna get Ultimate here or something. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this
It's
guy
gonna
here
happen.
actually has the patience to read the log.
Bro, I got
I
nothing.
have it, but it's way too long.
It's all right. He's a duel ahead of me anyway. As I say, did you get anything off of Keith? Nope. It's all right. Get this in here.
And here I was thinking you guys are gonna end up skipping BCD mine. I've been looking at it
I
all
was
day.
saying, I
going
had
like,
to
are
do
they gonna
BCD.
miss it?
I had to do
Yeah, for
BCD
sure.
at some point. I gotta get something in there. Let me see here. Twin-headed. Brachio. I gotta put in Brachio. Absolutely. He's my boy.
So just to double check and make sure, what's our total donation amount we're at right now for the whole marathon?
Shoot. More for there. As I say, I can see it over here. I can pull up on my screen real
Yeah,
quick.
it is $7,350.
Wow, that's
incredible.
awesome.
That
Thank
is
you again
insane.
to everybody that's donated throughout the entire marathon. Let's see if we can push that to $8,000, chat.
Yes,
Guys are
$8,000 before the end of this run.
At least, yeah, you guys have been
We
phenomenal.
could definitely do it.
Yeah, gocubbies got that exactly, Alexi. It's crazy. Oh shoot, what am I doing? Just got caught up in the sauce. My bad. It's all right.
Lotion will have the goods.
All right.
We'll see, Codorna. We'll see.
It's
All right,
my boy Shady.
So GFC is coming up on the second half of World Tournament here. First part of the finals here is Shoddy. Shoddy's deck is pretty inferior and kind of
Hasn't
mediocre
updated.
as opposed to like some of the other duelists early on in World Tournaments. So he's gonna go through very quickly on Shoddy. Hopefully Shoddy pays out. Question mark?
I was going to say, I've always believed in Shoddy. It's the rest of the community that needs to catch up with me. Shoddy always pays. He gets
believe-
dark energy to me every once in a while. Everyone's like, Shoddy, you just don't go with that. It's like,
He gives you what?
dark energy or whatever
Bees
it is.
fangs, yeah.
Close enough. Either way, he's my boy. You know, he's the underdog of underdogs. He may not have
Not a
updated his
fan of
deck
Shoddy.
in the past 2,000 years, but you know what? That's his style, and good for him for rocking it. I can appreciate that. I respect his
cannot.
hustle. Oh well, that's on you. What you gonna do? All right, so we got lovely
That was interesting.
Magician Black Chaos on here. See what we get off
Ooh,
of Miss
that's a rare start from Shoddy there, Spike Cedar.
Ooh, wow, he started that high? Damn, that never happened. All right, let's see. Another issue on you. Shining Taya. Fortress Whale for wins, yes. Great mod, not bad. Blackluster Soldier, yes.
Okay, BLS is pretty good.
Yeah, BLS is always nice.
SA off key. Nice.
Yeah, if there's ever any donations, absolutely just feel free to interrupt us if we're not explaining something, at the time.
Yeah,
We
we're going
wanna-
to enter the grinding phase. here
I
soon.
wanna hammer those donations so we get up to that 8K. Continue to prove FM's worth, boys.
And anytime during the farm phase also, like if there are donations that come in, you're more than welcome to read them as well.
Well, in that case, we received $30 from Pizza Boy Liam, who tells us, "Let's go."
Let's
Go.
go.
Thank you, Liam. Appreciate you, brother.
Very, very nice. All right, good work with best of wishes with working on me. Appreciate you stopping by. All right.
By the way, chat, feel free to come up with your own donation incentives for these two.
Absolutely.
And yeah, share them with us. If anything, like one of us might end up picking up on it as well. And we got some other
Okay,
people out there.
so I am now at a point where I am going to go back and do a little bit of farming. I want to get 3 Swords of Revealing Lights. So we know that Jonah 1 SA POW dropped that, so I'm going to go back here and try to win them very quickly if I can. Like I said, we don't know what the drop rate is. Now, gocubbies didn't win one, I don't think.
No, I haven't won one yet.
And
No,
I
have a
and
crush
I
card,
did,
though,
and
but
the
yeah.
reason for and the one of the reasons that could be true is because the drop rate is low. If he wins a card and I don't, or if I win a card and he doesn't, it could be just luck, or it could be that card has a low drop rate, which would make farming for it not very fun. So hopefully the drop rate isn't too low on this swords, and I can pick up 2 very quickly.
Yeah, I think Joy's had some. Cool. As I say, I think I'm going to push on here for a little
That's
while.
a big one.
Donate for a ritual summon.
Ooh,
Okay.
summon.
A
All right,
ritual
all right,
summon for-
all right.
Okay.
I was just say, let me get one
We'll
blue
see
eyes
what's
first,
going
then
on.
I'll think about
we
that
should have
one.
plenty of spare time in this race.
I mean,
don't
personally,
know.
for
This doesn't
myself-
seem too OP yet.
For myself, I'm kind of hoping that they get a Hungry Burger.
I was just
my
saying.
favorite random card.
That'll be fun. I've seen a lot of hundos end with Hungry Burger. I know I've had a couple
Hungry
of
Burger's a great card.
good
so.
people end with that one. I
That's
think
what
you've
I'm
ended
looking
with
for.
one before, haven't you, GFC? I'm pretty sure you've ended hundo with a Hungry Burger before. I feel
I
like
don't
you
know.
have. I think I've seen that before. Maybe I'm misremembering.
I think you did it specifically for me. That's my card. Let's go.
What impeccable timing.
Absolutely
Perfect timing.
impeccable timing. Ladies and gentlemen, Hungry Burger.
Let's
Ooh,
go.
fancy.
The big 50.
Beautiful,
Oh, that's
beautiful
delicious.
card.
Oh my god.
We love Hungry Burger.
Dang, now I'm
Can't make
hungry.
this up, chat.
Big
And
money.
we're gonna toss that in.
Yes.
For sure.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, wait a minute. This is Rigeki, isn't it? Let's go. Ah,
I
Shoddy,
know, I want a
love you.
burger for lunch.
I was just say, I'm going to get me a nice lunch after this. This is what I'm talking about. This race is popping off, dude.
It's important also to note out that Hungry Burger is also a warrior type monster, so yeah, there's that.
What the hell is this? Okay.
You're saying it's a warrior, huh? You know, I never expected a burger to like stab someone.
I was gonna say it's got pretty good fangs up there. It's made by isn't it made by Bistro Butcher? Isn't that the lore name? I can't remember. Something like that, where it's oh yeah, I think the chef prepares the 3 ingredients or whatever the fusion summon is.
So you might have noticed right there that out of nowhere my monster just gained 500 attack during that attack. So you'll notice whenever we Dragon Treasure. Hang on, I'm gonna be looking at this real quick.
I don't remember. I saw blue. I think that
No,
was zombie.
it was
That
Silver
was
Zombie.
Double Dragon Treasure. Wow.
That was zombie. Okay.
But
That's actually big.
That's so
yeah, that is Dragon Treasure is
off
is
of Shoddy.
incredibly good.
Of course.
Shoddy BCD that was.
Yeah,
Yes.
as I say, that Shoddy always pays. You know what I'm saying? I love this guy. God, he's too fun.
I also
a
saw the
prophecy, I
words
tell you.
blue eye. Was that a silver zombie or a white
Silver
dragon?
zombie.
Silver zombie.
Yeah,
As
the
I
biggest
say,
cheese in
I got
this
home.
entire game.
It's all right. As I say, I give you 2 dragon
You
treasures.
say,
I
as
can't
far as
complain.
we're aware, no one has acquired the iconic card of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just yet.
Not just yet. Don't worry. It'll happen soon enough. I can smell it. Either this duel or the next one. Calling it now.
All right, so I'm probably going to give up on getting more swords here, mainly because gocubbies didn't win once. So that's 1 duel with that one, plus my 2 farm duels, that's 3. 15 drops each, that's 45 drops without seeing one, which means the odds are likely quite low. So hopefully there's another place I can obtain one naturally that has a higher chance. If I don't find another place where I can get one at a higher chance, then I will go back there because, like I said, swords is just that good. But I'm not going to continue to waste time on it right now.
Sounds like a plan to me. All right, that's a magic back there. Goodness, what is this starting game? All right. Let's get this nonsense out of here. Let's just see if Kura takes it the way he does. Wait a minute, that was me. Okay, I'm blind. Okay, it's fake trap anyway. It's not a big deal. I was like, I thought that was a magic for a second.
Yeah,
Wait a
having
second.
that MED early for cubbies is actually very helpful.
I
with
can't
those 2
believe
dragon
it
treasures.
is.
So you essentially can tie a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon with those 2
I have
dragon
Salamander
treasures.
actually now. I can put that in there. That's gonna be
Definitely
great.
take that into consideration.
Oh yeah, we'll put him in just a second.
That is actually a little bit unfortunate.
Actually, it doesn't matter. Yeah, just take care of it. Yeah, just say we need to do that one because it's well.
Oh, dude, Launcher Spider coming in the clutch right here.
Oh,
boys.
launch the
does
spider
have
helping? What
I
kind
just
of
can't
random?
believe that
I
you're
would
just
not do
throwing away
that
burger
for
like
you.
that.
Oh, I think I would have done a bad thing just then.
Wow.
Yeah, so fun fact, like Launcher Spider also is a machine, but
RP Lady Sister.
if you look at the Guardian Stars on the monsters, you can tell that Launcher Spider has the Mars Guardian Star. So the game sometimes takes into consideration the Guardian Star of the monster, and you can actually fuse those kind of monsters with others to make something different. So for example, what GFC had in his hand was a monstrous bird, which is a winged beast monster, and Launcher Spider, which has Mars. So if you fuse those together, it makes Crimson Sunbird, which is 2300 attack.
Nate, do you want to explain Guardian Stars? Unless we have any donations right now. Do we have any currently?
We
all right.
received $50 from Two-Face commenting on a very expensive burger.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty big burger.
Thank you,
It's
Two-Face.
a pretty vicious.
But yeah,
looking
Nate,
bird.
if you want to go ahead and explain how Guardian Stars work, what they are.
Yeah, for sure.
For the lads.
So Guardian Stars are kind of like a interaction system that this game uses. So there's an inner circle, which is like a magic circle, and then there's the outer circle, which is like the nature circle. So in the inner circle, there's Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Moon. And then in the outer circle, there's Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, Mars, and Pluto. So think of it like a rock, paper, scissors interaction system. So another thing also you can consider it like if it's like Pokemon or whatever. So like, Mars beats Jupiter, which would be like grass, and Pluto beats Neptune. Think of it like electric beats water. So it's kind of that interaction system where sometimes it does matter in some duels, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, like for
Yeah.
spiders, sometimes people get really antsy about them, so they get the little fire in there, so the fire will kill the bugs, as you might imagine. And I remember the one that I remember with, I think, bugs beating the insects type beating Saturn is I remember a thing about Beowulf, how the manuscript was in a sock drawer forever, and some of the bugs almost tore off some of the pages. So that way I remember.
I just want to quickly add that Hungry Burger actually putting in work for me right now.
I was gonna say,
Wow, Hungry Burger actually the reason I can destroy that monster. I just wanted to wait just to point that out.
nice.
It is no longer a Hungry Burger, it's a Hungry Royale Burger with cheese.
It is a Devourer burger. It is on the attack. Thunder Dragon off of Pegasus. Okay, no big deal. Wow. But yeah, the Beowulf thing, I believe, was told to me in my 10th grade English class, where there were some bugs. I think it was worms or something. That it was the manuscript was almost lost to time, but thankfully people were able to transcribe it back. And just watch out for your transcripts. Make sure no bugs eat them, or else it'll be lost to time. I'm afraid. I swear, it's true. I swear, at least 80% true. It's been a while since I've heard the story, but that's the way I remember it. I swear, that's the way.
So yeah, normally like what you're seeing here is that Cubby's saved before this next duel, because anytime you lose at any point during the run, it is a game over, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I'm being extra safe here, just because it's not that I'm probably gonna lose.
Yeah, for marathon purposes.
Just to be extra sure about things like that.
Nice.
Yeah, even if you lose against your friends in Egypt 1, Jono, like it's a game over. It doesn't matter if he's your friend. He has
Shout
no
outs to
mercy.
Axel. All right, let's see here. Let me get.
Won 2 pieces of Gate Guardian there. I just thought that was interesting. Kazajan and was it Sujin too? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I've only got the.
So currently, right now, that Cubbies is on Ishizu right now. So Ishizu is the second to last fight in the World Tournament, as is GFC.
Didn't mean to press that all the way through. Sorry. Well, I got lucky as hell. All right. Oh my gosh, the starting hand. I got MVD in my starting hand again. This is ridiculous. Okay. No big deal. I think that was that was a magic. I was gonna say it's probably swords. I'm fine. I'll live.
So while this is going on, again, if you would like to support for a great cause again, please consider donating to Child's Play, folks. Speaking of
74.
donations, if you have any, that would be a perfect time to read some, please.
Let's see, we're currently awaiting further donations since the last call.
Not a problem.
You know what that means, chat.
Gotta
Get the
help.
donations coming in.
I was gonna say.
Like I said, we have to hit 8K total before the end of this run, or else.
we're all going to be the big sad.
Just or else.
We gotta help them.
You don't
kids
want
out,
to know
man.
what's going to happen.
We gotta
okay?
help
You
out
don't-
them kids.
I have ways of finding you.
It's all right. I was gonna say one of
Most
the.
unfortunate.
I was gonna say one of the things is I learned a lot about Child's Play yesterday. Like I said, Marcus and I and Nate were here on stage last year. We were able to raise a nice amount of money for Child's Play, and part of it is just card games or video games able to help kids get together and just have fun with each other, have a common bond over something that they might not have had before, and it's really nice to raise great
Bright
money.
Castle.
Bright Castle. I
Who was that against?
That's
try one.
Who was that? Was that ISIS?
Ishizu, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
That was Ishizu, yeah. Ishizu
Very
is safe
ritual.
house.
So Summon
Bright
Skull
Castle,
drops there as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I got Summon Skull. So Summon Skull and Bright Castle, that's really nice.
Yes. And Summon Skull actually takes a lot of equips as well. In addition to some of the other cards like Magician of Black Chaos, there's Sagenjin, which takes a lot of equips. Practically, again, anywhere you can find those cards, they're very useful in randomizers.
Oh yeah, it's really nice to see these drops paying off. Again, thank you for the oversight and creation, Nate and Two-Face. Really appreciate you guys getting
Absolutely.
work done yesterday. Really, really impressive seed start so far.
Yeah, we're all here for the common goal as well.
So this
help
is
raise
the-
money for a great cause.
Absolutely.
The final person of the World Tournament, Kaiba. The best card that he can play is Blue Eyes White Dragon here, which he didn't, thank goodness. However, Magician of Black Chaos is actually a beautiful counter to that because of the Guardian Stars. So like Nate explained, Guardian Stars are kind of like he said, just kind of like rock, paper, scissors. Certain Guardian Stars are strong against other Guardian Stars. So, you know, Sun beats Moon, for example. If I have a Sun card that attacks a Moon card, then for the duration of that attack, my card gains 500 attack and defense. So Blue Eyes White Dragon is always played in the Sun Guardian Star, and Mercury beats Sun. And the first Guardian Star of Magician of Black Chaos is Mercury, so because of that, if he did play Blue Eyes White Dragon, when I went to attack it, it would have went up to 3,300,
This is
and
gonna
I would have
die,
killed
isn't
it.
Shoot.
Yep, and just another small thing about that as well is even though the runners themselves have 2 choices of Guardian Stars, the AI will almost rarely, if ever, play a card in its
They
second
will
Guardian
only
Star.
play it in the
So-
first. They cannot play it in the second, actually.
Yeah, it's
So
programmed
the-
only to play the first Guardian
Yeah,
Star
so
by default.
So because like you said, every card has 2 Guardian Stars, but the AI can only ever play the first one. So the reason why that's so good is because it allows us as runners to predict what card is played, even if it's not face up. Because if I'm fighting Weevil and I see a face down in defense mode card in Jupiter, then I can make an inference of maybe it's a Cocoon of Evolution or something like that. So it helps you predict as a runner, which is extremely good.
Okay. I think you have 4 at this point. It's crazy.
Double wall, now we need to get some
I gotta say,
some
this,
Magic Labyrinth on
these
it.
drops.
Petite
The
moth number 2
seed
for Parrot
is
Dragon.
not a
That's
baby
great.
seed.
Another Beast Skull.
Nice.
There we go.
as well as the Cyber Commander twice.
Oh gosh, I was gonna say why was the Cyber Commander the best card, Nate? Remind me.
It has 750 attack points and does nothing.
You know it.
I hope all the good drops are Afterworld tournament, guys. Yikes.
I was gonna say,
This is a little bit rough here.
I'm not sure. You got a lot of good cards over there. You got it all going on.
We got swords. You know,
know.
it's probably at a horror. I mean, out of like the top 3.
I mean, I got MBD. I'm not bad. I can't complain about that.
Don't forget, you guys could also do other ranks as well. So one thing I also want to point out as well is that the one rank we never ever will do in randomizers are ASP and A Tech. And the reason being for that is
$200
because SA Tech generally takes about 5 minutes to perform. It's a laundry list of like fusions, equips, traps, and stuff like that.
Such bad menuing.
Yep, and as far as the storyline, now that Yuki has collected all the Millennium Pieces, he's now thrown back into the past with...
Spiritual
as-
birth of our lovely Pharaoh protagonist.
Yep. I'm going to say for gocubbies child, and I don't know what...
Prince A.
GFC.
Prince
Gonna say, usually
he's
Prince
the
A.
one, yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember the show that this reminded me of.
What's it called? You have-
Samurai Jack.
Oh, that's it.
yeah,
I
right.
forgot about
Yeah,
that
cool,
one.
cool.
Good point.
I love how we both made the same menuing mistake there.
I just had to double check my parents'
Just
there.
gotta have that consistency.
Just had to make sure this time wasn't the 1 in a million where it's like, yeah, we got something different.
I
over here.
freaking love making menuing mistakes, dude.
I was just say it just makes me fun with that.
All right, if
Thank
you got time for donations,
Yeah, if
go
there
right
are
ahead,
any,
please.
which there better be, Chad.
I was gonna say you guys have been doing great so far. We appreciate it.
We have $5 from someone calling themselves Quality Content. And they report
What's up,
condition
Quality?
fulfilled. Cubbies won Right Castle.
Ah, yeah. Thanks so much, Quality. Appreciate you.
Much,
Yeah, shout out to
much
quality
appreciated.
content.
Right.
All right, so right now, both of our runners are on Mage Soldier, which is kind of like a brief pause in the action, I guess is what we can say. So Mage Soldier is not too tough of a fight. Normally, you can win Dark Energy in the vanilla game, but we have yet to see what Mage Soldier drops. So we're
I'm
gonna
on
find out
Jono
now.
too, actually. That's all I was to say. He's on the guy. He's on the guy.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
There we go.
Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay.
SA pal.
If that said Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, I would have been a lot happier. But Blue Eyes White Dragon is always good.
And that's one of 3 towards that ritual that we're gonna...
Yeah.
That was SA pal, right? I just wanted
Yeah,
to double
SA
I will
pal.
disclose one thing also, is that Blue Eyes Ultimate does exist in this seed. You just have to find it.
It's all right. We'll find it. I was
Better.
gonna say we'll find it here. I'll be the one to do it on Taya
That's-
too. I guarantee it. Call
That's
my
the only
shot.
thing I'll say with you guys.
All right. I was gonna say I trust you. I'm sure it's up here. I'm looking forward to it.
And fun fact, Blue Eyes is actually one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards of all time. So
It is a beautiful card. I've loved all the incarnations that they've ever had.
So now we got a nice long
Beautiful
cutscene
power.
where you can see how bad my tech smashing is.
All right, Kaiba boy
actually
over
not too
here,
bad right now.
shadowing us and checking in on our wonderful progress for his lovely vizier friend Haishin. Fascinating story developments, I swear.
all right.
So now we have all
I
the
assume
shrines
at this point
unlocked.
here that GFC is probably going to go farm Or unless he's going to go unlock Jono second and Tayana second.
What
so
he
we'll
just
see what
said there.
happens.
I am indeed gonna
doing
do
reverse
Jono
order.
2 and Tayana 2 here.
All right, I'm doing reverse order. So here's Jonah 2.
The curry box. Okay, that's pretty. Oh!
What was that? There's my
yeah.
I didn't see it. Which one was it?
Ultimate.
Ultimate on who? What?
Jonah 2.
It's Ultimate.
Jono 2 SA? Bro.
Thank you. Next.
Okay. We got the big boy of the run, ladies and gents. Blue Eyes Ultimate
Yes,
Dragon is
sir.
by far the strongest card in the game. 4,500 base attack.
It is not
Absolute
better than
monster.
that.
Big blow of the run goes to gocubbies.
Love to see it.
I am going to
Oh,
go ahead and
beautiful.
procure
Well done,
me some
Thank
of
you,
them.
Thank you.
You know what? I thought Jonah was supposed to drop Red Eyes Black Dragon.
It's all right. It's overrated. I like Ultimate just a little bit better, to be honest.
He
with you.
channeled his inner Kaiba and decided, you know what? My priorities are different. I have an ultimate.
Right arm
Here
number
you go.
2 of the run for me. As I say, I don't think has UFC gotten any limbs of Exodia yet? I haven't checked.
I think
on
you
them.
have just right arm. If I remember.
I got right arm number 2 off Jonah.
And just another small piece about Exodia for all the chat. Exodia is one of the only cards, I'm pretty sure it is the only card in this game that you can only have one of in your deck, like the actual game. So then you can't just have 3 pieces of Exodia of each piece
Yeah.
to be able to cheese out an easy win.
Even back then, they were like, yeah, this Exodia thing is going to be a little too crazy and overpowered if we give them all
Hence
3.
why it's
Now
so
I'm gonna
rare.
win Ultimate
Here's a big
Watch.
asterisk. Unless you play like Legacy of the Duelist and you're able to assemble all the pieces
Aminari's
of your
pretty
deck,
good.
3 copies each.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Hey, I
there are a
didn't win
few
Ultimate.
exceptions to it.
Cool.
In
Wild.
other
Hey,
games,
wild.
as well as
digging
in
it.
the actual card games, but it all depends on what rules you're playing.
Insane.
But in this version, yeah.
It's just nice to be up here and making this run happen. It's off to a great start. I could play stop defense, but where's the fun in that? Alright, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Wow, I don't see Dome
So
ever.
the only thing we have yet to see is Geek Guardian and Perfect Field to a Great Ball.
Just say, I've had like 2 or
And-
3 petite moss so far.
Yeah, we've seen Bright Castle, we've seen Dragon Treasure, we've yet to
Megamorph.
see Megamorph. Megamorph does exist, I will say that.
I would believe
Yes.
it. Potato, fake trap, there you go. Nice one.
Essentially, Megamorph is an equip card. While other equip cards usually will only work on certain types of monsters and raise their attack by and defense by 500, Megamorph will work on any card, any monster, and raise its attack and defense by 1,000. Very powerful.
So, in context to that as well, the term that we give for Bright Castle and Megamorph, because they work on any monster, we call that the universal equip. So, again, it works on any monster in the game.
So I'm going to purposely not win the duel here, simply because gocubbies got an S-POW here and did not win good cards. So I'm going to purposely try to get a B rank in order to get, drops from a different pool to pretty much just check the other pool. Hopefully there's some better cards there. I'm looking for magic that I can play, like Swords of Revealing Light, that will confirm my bad rank. Fusions can do it as well. There's a lot of factors that will go into your rank, but the one I'm mainly looking for now is just any magic that I can actually thank you.
We'd probably be here for another 3 hours if we tried to explain the ranking system.
Yeah, the
I
rank,
just
the
said,
rank
there's a
system is like a
calculator.
super, not super complicated, but it's enough to not want to explain
It's
here.
quite annoying to extend. Absolutely. It's a very after-school special kind of deal. Okay, well, you got to take your time and develop.
Twin-headed.
There you go. I was just
Something.
saying. Not
You
bad.
see that glitch?
Yep.
I did.
I was going to say.
So
with,
one thing to note out as well is that we are playing on console, and there is a thing that happens called the FDS glitch, or the fast disk speed glitch. So what happens is that the game does not load properly sometimes, and the sprites don't load properly for the next card. So it uses the last previously played card that was used to attack, and it will use those sprites instead of the actual card sprites at times. It doesn't affect the gameplay, it's just a pretty
looks
funny
wacky.
glitch that happens when you use FDS on PlayStation 2 consoles.
All right. Respective down. Shoutouts to Axel and Brig again.
Wait, it was Jono 2 SA for?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Final turns again. Yes, my card, my badge of honor. Let's go. Nothing from Beige Soldier on that one. Oh well. I was just saying, I can't complain. I just got ultimate. I'm feeling pretty good.
All right,
Let's
so
go.
while we have a pause in the action, if we do have any donations available, I think this would be a perfect time to do so, please.
If not, how are you guys doing this morning? I think I'm doing pretty decently myself. What do you guys up to? What are you guys vibing over there? How's
Hey,
it
we're doing
hanging?
pretty good.
All
We're
right,
doing pretty
cool. I was just say, I'm big chilling up here, making it happen. As I say, I think I'll do either one or two of the easier mages, and then I think I'll go and farm a couple things, see if I can't get to
Never a
Swords of
bad
Revealing
idea.
Life. Yeah.
So no other goals since quality content, but that doesn't mean we can't change that. By
There
your
it is.
donations.
Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. There we
Right
go.
when it
There we
happened,
go.
GFC
That's
also
what
just
you
got
want to
Blue
see
Eyes
right
Ultimate.
there, ladies and
I'm
gents.
sorry,
That's to
it
the
is.
big boy.
So
All right,
reminder
we have a
of
race
that
now,
farm
ladies
duel.
and gentlemen.
I think I might have to pass on that farm for a couple more duels.
Very
Nicely
nice,
done,
very nice.
nicely
Yeah,
done.
I'll continue farming. So right now, I know where enough cards are in order to create a completely unbeatable deck. So there are 3 cards that if I had 3 of them right now, it pretty much would be an instant win on everybody in the game. And that's Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Swords of Revealing Light, and Regeki. Combination of those 3, there is almost no way I could lose no matter what. So I am going to do my best to get 3 of each of those, and once we have that, we will just race to the end of the game.
Yep. And once all of them have been obtained, it's basically the equivalent of like go mode for the most part.
We are not even an hour into
I was
the
going to
run.
say, I saw it.
We
here,
best,
we're only an hour.
we
I'll-
best
I'll
slow
farm
our
it. Yeah, I was going to say, we both got Ultimate. We got to watch
Yeah,
it
now
over
that
here.
we found Ultimate, things are going to start moving quite fast. And we have like an hour and a half until our estimate time, so we might take it
Sure.
down.
I'll
a
just say,
notch
I'll
here.
go farm it out
So we
here.
don't
I'm not going to lose,
blindside
but
the
yeah.
next group here.
All good, all good.
Too damn good, boys.
We're just popping off over here. Just
Hey,
making
I
it
warned you,
happen.
we got a pretty good seat.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, this
Hey,
is...
watch me win
pretty
Ultimate on
potent.
drop 7 right
Yeah,
here.
no,
Watch, it's gonna
be
happen.
drop
1,
12.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
12.
lol.
Yeah, that's a good start.
11, 12.
Dang.
Oh, we were all wrong.
Nice for me. I was just saying, not bad. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'll go to farm. I'll go to
Right,
farm
give
here in a
us some
second. I think I'm just
ginger.
going a little too quick. I'm with you. Just got to pace myself.
All right, so gocubbies is taking on the first of the 5 shrines. So there are 5 different shrines that you have to fight in this part of the game, that being ocean, mountain, meadow, forest, and desert. Ocean is generally one of the easier ones of the 5. Same thing being with the desert shrine. So Cubbies is knocking that out right now, so that way he is able to progress somewhat in the game.
Yeah, just get a nice little safe win here in Egypt too to keep the campaign progress going, and just see if we get anything cute from one of these 2 lovely guardians. Should be interesting to see. Sekmeton and Lotion Mage, as we call him in the FM community.
This would be a perfect kill here, which is always nice to do.
Yeah, I also want to point out one thing, that this music is absolutely incredible. Are you guys not entertained with the OST?
Three-duel music
Oh
is
yeah,
an
the
absolute bop.
music. Yeah, the music in this game is very just well known for being absolute bop.
Another big pull with a bright
TCJ.
castle and
Wow.
a dragon capture jar off of that S-POW.
We keep getting right. That's like the 5th right arm. We can't. Oh, the only thing we can find is right
One
arm.
right arm is enough, my guy.
Got like.
I don't think I need 5 of them, but I mean it is convenient.
We got Goro on one side over here. He doesn't have 4 arms. He's got 5 right arms. This is crazy. Oh my
We are
god.
building a monster, that's for sure.
We made one. Wow. All right, let me get rid of. I'll
Dorna
keep
talking about lotion.
Oh,
We're
that's
talking
it. Happy
about
1 hour, guys.
All right, let me get to. All right, let me get to right cast number 2 in here. All right.
play. How dare he?
Wow, there's a story.
Who dropped that broadcast, by the way?
That was Lotion Mage.
What
Yep.
rank?
The boy S.A. Pal, yes.
Lotion SA?
Yes,
Yeah, that was S.A. Pal, low ocean mage for Brick Castle.
indeedy, indeedy.
So yeah, there's a low mage and a high mage for all the shrines, and for ocean, it's a low ocean mage, so we just call him Lotion.
Lotion Mage.
Lotion mage.
Ah, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's swam pool, whatever. Not going to be much of an issue probably here. I was going to say.
Yeah, that number at the beginning of the donation amount is still a 7, Chad, I'm noticing.
It's all right.
Not
boys.
an 8.
Y'all got this. We believe
Yep,
in you.
Tom.
Everybody waking up. Y'all have Europe getting their lunch in, getting the lovely jubblies in there. No baby. Y'all do what y'all got to do.
And while this is going on as well, just want to shout out also to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memory speedrunning community for, not just for all their work with the randomizer stuff, but also I want to give a big shout out as well to Duke1102 for being one of the original runners and also the creator of what you're seeing here for the Forbidden Memories randomizer. So again, thank you, Duke, for making such an amazing tool for not just the marathon, but just for runners in general to use this.
Pocket Duelist has been an absolutely incredible tool for me throughout the whole of the FM career that I've had, so I wouldn't be where I am, and I wouldn't be as knowledgeable a runner without him, so yeah.
Yeah, one thing that you guys might not honestly expect is how big the speedrunning community is for this game. Like, this is not like a small, 20, 50 person speedrunning community. We have like over 2,000 people in the Discord server for the speedrunning community of this game. So like we have a very big community, very welcoming.
We're always welcoming new people. I was going to say, if this Inspire
always.
used to do it today, by all means, we'll be more than happy to teach you and get you into this thing.
There are new people joining like constantly. There are races constantly going on. It is very rare for you to go on Twitch and not see somebody live streaming speedruns of this game at this point, which is just absolutely mind-boggling. I've been speedrunning this game since 2013.
That sounds crazy.
Which is right around when speedruns of this game just started to be done, and like we started off in like a Skype group with like 10 people, So to have a Discord server with over 2,000 people now, it's just mind-boggling.
There's his left leg.
Right arm, there we go.
And another right arm.
All right, I was going to say, we're getting Exodia levels
I
over
was
here.
going to say, we do have legs.
I was
Let
gonna
me
say,
see
we
what
gotta go
pieces
for
of Exodia I actually
I think you might have gotten
do we
2
have?
or 3 over here.
Because I might have more. So let's see here. We have left leg,
Metalzo off BCD.
and we have right arm.
BCD on Secreton.
So
You
left
got-
leg, right arm. I mean,
Yeah, it's getting
I
there.
could do some.
I was going to say, we'll play Twister on stage. I'm fine with that.
I'd
And something that was
appreciate
mentioned
more.
previously as well, I also want to mention as well that as of the time of this run that's being broadcasted, there is going to be actually a tournament coming up within the Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories community, a tournament that I helped create in the community as well. So we have what's called Seasons with 15 cards. So Seasons 1 and 2 were a massive success within the community, and we have Season 3 coming up, which is in about 9 days, which is, I believe, on January 16th is when the first part of the tournament starts. It's going to be a 3-month-long tournament, and we're going to be breaking it down into different variant stages. So
Yeah.
there's
Really
qualifying,
excited about
there's
that.
group
Everybody's
stage.
welcome to join, beginners and
Old
and
head boys.
long-time runners alike. The tournaments of this game are just absolutely amazing. They're incredibly exciting, fun. There are commentary restream channels that will pop up and do commentary of the matches. I'll do that. Nate will do that.
I'll help
It's
carry
just
some
it's a
load.
massive thing, and it's
Another right arm.
We can't stop winning them. They're all over the place, man. This is crazy.
bro. Where is
just
Ultimate
going-
though?
You know
I've
where
done
Ultimate is?
6 duels. I got 1, dog.
Maybe it was just a one-time thing.
I was just saying, there's got to be Ultimate. I was just saying, there's got to be Ultimate somewhere else. I'm just going over to Rex and vibing right now.
If you guys would like a hint, I would love to tell you guys.
I was just saying, I'm good for right now. I'm good for right now. I'm just vibing in the Ritz car over here. I'm just,
I was gonna say, as we're coming up near the end in a while over here, I will go through a few of the opportunities that you might have missed.
appreciate it. I was gonna say, I'm gonna have to go back at Shotty some point and pay my respects. I got
So I want
Oh,
to
that's the
mention,
first time I even drew Ultimate. I'm just
I was
realizing.
gonna say, I haven't drawn Ultimate
haven't
yet.
seen
now
that.
that you mention it.
That boy.
So I want to mention something as well. Cubbies, you tweeted something out last
Oh,
night
here
about-
we go. Yep, go ahead.
about that.
Go right ahead, bud. Go ahead.
The answer is more likely than you think.
You're kidding me. Wow. All right, I'll go to her next. I can't believe.
It is
wow.
more likely than
You're
you think.
serious? Oh my gosh. I just picked her name out of random. I swear. It was like Millennium Necklace. It's got to be. She's a Beast Skull off of Rex.
All
There
right,
we
I think
go.
that's a playset there, I believe.
Beautiful, beautiful. Spirit of Men, Spirit of Mountain. Hornet Unicorn, nice quote. That's good, dude. All right, Salamander, here's your MBD equip. Oh wait, do you have one? I can't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, I have multiple, so I have 5 of them.
To say, wow. All right, interesting. Thank you for the raid, Kabuka. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate it. All right.
All right. While this farm is going on, again, just want to remind you all that currently, what's our total donation amount that we're at for the marathon?
I can't see over there. Can't see.
Our total amount is $7,435.52 out of our
We're
goal of
getting there.
10,000.
Very, very nice.
We're getting there.
Good job, Chad.
We're definitely
That's
getting
awesome.
to that 8 number.
Keep up the good work. You guys are doing awesome.
Just short of 3/4 of our goal of $10,000.
Very, very impressive start. I was going to say all day today. And how long are you guys going on Sunday? I didn't look. I forgot. How long is the schedule going for MAGFest on Sunday? I forgot to look about
I'm
that.
not sure.
I think it's like noon or 2 or something. I can't remember.
Thanks for the good luck, Blitz Phoenix. Appreciate it.
There's Ultimate. Thank you very much. All right. Love to see you. Oh, yeah. What's up, Blitz? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you stopping by.
So again, one thing also to note out as well is that, again, the runners will be checking different ranks as well on different duelists. So that's, again, one thing to take into consideration.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna go to 10, and if I don't have what I want by then, I'm
Gonna be sad.
just gonna
Move it on.
I'll just be very sad.
Poor little GFC. It's no good.
It is very possible that that ultimate that you got on Jono second
It is
might have been a
low
rare.
Might have been the only one I was just saying. I had
100% is a rare
absolutely no idea. We had to
very
find out
possible.
afterwards.
It's higher than 8.
I was just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to.
If it's
You don't have to
I'm
give
trying
us.
to
You definitely
find out.
don't want to give us any information
yeah.
like that.
I was
But
just saying.
but I figured it higher than 8.
I was just saying. I figured it would be. Wow. Double
figure it's
Blackluster
probably
Soldier.
around a
Nice.
15.
Oh, she's nice.
Right.
And eradicating aerosol. That's going in for Pokemon. Wow.
Right, quick explanation on how the drop rates work. So what happens is for every drop that an opponent gives, the game rolls I guess the equivalent of a 2,048 sided dice, and depending on where it lands, it'll give a different drop. So when someone says a card has a chance of 8, that means 8 of those 2048 sides will point to that particular card.
Yeah, one ultimate's for each of us. One for me, first off, on the Jonah 2 campaign, and then GFC. I think you got yours on your first free duel, right? I don't remember.
Oh, perfect.
When did you get your ultimate again? Was it
was
first
like
free duel?
drop 1 or 2 or something like that. Yeah.
And your free duel? I forget. It was,
This is 10th.
Oh, okay.
I
I
believe.
just want to make sure.
Sorry for being on my
Right,
phone.
so
No,
some-
you're good. I was gonna say,
I
you're
had,
taking up-
I'm having cat food delivered to my house back
yeah.
in Pennsylvania right now, where
Little Bubba.
where my brother's taking care of my cat. They were like on the wrong street trying to call me, and I'm like, I'm a little bit busy right
I
now.
got a little bit of a thing here. I'm gonna need you to take care of this.
Well, how can you not love this guy? Like he's in a race and he's trying to take care of his cat.
I was gonna say, you gotta take care of the
Yes,
important stuff.
Stand up racer. You're right.
and he has plenty of food too, but it's not his favorite food, so I had to make sure I ordered his favorite food while I'm here.
This hand.
You know, while I'm on camera.
Absolutely. Gotta take care of your family.
We multitask.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was gonna say, I had my doctor's office call me yesterday when I was on the convention floor. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to step off this side. It's a little bit loud over here. I got to prioritize this right now. Thankfully, we were able to get back together pretty quickly after that.
Wow, what a massive waste of time this was. I want to just get in the fetal position and cry.
Harpy lady? All right.
All right, I think that's your third break.
But you are armed.
I was just saying, I've got about 5 plus Blackluster Soldiers at my disposal. This is insane.
All right, looking at GFC's frustration, I think this might be a good time to announce my next donation incentive,
Okay.
where I'll give another $50 if both of you have a photo finish.
Oh, God. Define photo finish.
Within how much?
It happened last
3
year.
minutes. That was
Last
a
year was
miracle.
like, we finished within like 15
1
seconds.
second, you guys.
I must interrupt. I apologize,
No, you're
but
fine.
we have 2 donations here. We have one, the Quality Content donates another $5 and tells us, "Hello again, fellas. Second condition fulfilled. GFC won Fortress Whale. Also pay to win coming in for that ultimate You Are Welcome GFC.
Nice.
And we have a very generous 560.
Wait. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, we hit the 8,000.
Wow. Who was it?
$564.68 from the GG Gamer. I heard GFC say he wanted the 7 to become an 8, so there we go. He knows who I am. And with that, we are now $8,005 exactly.
You guys.
Let's go.
You guys are phenomenal.
Child's play.
Unbelievable.
Thank you, GG, and thank you to everybody else who helped to get us from that 7,000 to that 8,000 during this run, during the first hour and 12 minutes of a 2.5-hour estimate, by the way.
You guys are unbelievable.
Let's go.
Woo! 8,000 already. We're only at what, 10 in the
The
morning?
FM community coming out strong on this one.
I've always wanted to say this. Let's hit that goal over 9,000.
Do I hear 9K?
I was just saying.
Why not 10?
I was
That's
just
what
saying,
I'm thinking.
Let's go.
Regeki.
Regeki, that's
Who
very
was
good.
that off of? Excuse me?
MetaMage SA, it looks like.
Yeah, MetaMage SA, we got some Regeki.
All right.
Very, very juicy. I saved, right? Oh, I sure hope I did.
What? I was just saying,
So that's what, your second Regeki, I believe?
I think so.
Yes,
I was gonna say,
sir.
I don't think I.
Because I started with,
We both started with Darkfall, actually.
I never put in the first one. I have such a big brain, dude. I kept Sogan in the whole run, though. You know, gotta keep Sogan in the entire run,
the
but
best
don't
field.
put in, you know,
Oh, you know, you don't need
Regeki.
Regeki. You got all these cards over here.
Gotta
You
keep
got
that Sogan
The
in.
game is just reminding you after this to touch grass.
Who needs it when we can touch grass?
I gotta have
Honestly,
grass.
GG, though,
Anyways.
you are just, you are a
Bless you.
legend. I'm so hype about that.
GFC's coming up on the hardest fight in the early game here for the shrines. So
Yes,
this
this
is
is a
High Mage
difficult
Kapura.
fight.
High Mage Kapura has a Gate Guardian in his deck. On Sogan, it is boosted. It has 4,250 attack.
Ooh, we got Lucky Boy.
Dragon Champion, unbelievable.
Yo, Hungry
Also, I'm going to
Burger.
point out Hungry Burger's boosted on Sogan because it
It
is a warrior.
is. Be like, actually, I'm gonna see if I can get an SA because, like,
Brings a little bit
actually,
more
maybe
life
it
to
would
the
be
burger.
dumb to get an SA because if I get it,
probably not
because
good.
if I get an SA and I win a good card, now I have to go SA Pal Capura.
I was gonna say you're SA Pal Capura right now, aren't you?
Yeah, but then if I want to do it in like free
Well,
duel,
I
if I win a
mean,
good
you know,
card.
in free duel, he won't have. I gotta get.
Oh, from who? And Regeki
And Gate Guardian!
and another. Okay, who is that again?
I don't know.
That was,
do you
was
know?
that a
don't
Shizu,
know.
I think it
I
was?
don't
No.
think so. I think it was Shoddy. Yes, it
Shoddy!
was. Shoddy on space. I told you
That's
guys.
surprising that
I
we
told
didn't
you
catch
guys.
that on the first way round.
That was actually one of the
Yes.
cards that I was
Yes.
a little bit like, you might have walked past.
Yeah.
I did Shoddy SA Pal. I did it. Oh wait, no, I did.
Yeah,
BCD.
no, you BCD'd
That's
for the
right,
Dragon
that's
Treasure.
Right. Oh my.
That's awesome.
According to my notes here.
2 Gate Guardians and a Raigeki.
Two
That is a
kickies. I
beautiful
haven't had
tool.
one yet. Oh my
You love
god.
to see it.
I can't believe it.
Although Cubbies has the better deck right now, GFC's on the move.
That's all right. I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
move
not on the
right
move
after
anymore.
this. I'm gonna move.
I ain't on the
right
move after finding out that
Double Gate
information.
Guardian. Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick hop over
So now I have to
there.
ask the most important question for this run. Are you both committing to Final 6 or Final 7?
I was just say I heard something
I'm
about
not
Final 8
sure.
earlier. I'm not sure what that's.
I'm
all
not
about.
sure.
probably gonna
we
do
got
Final
plenty of
6.
time. We could decide in a little while
I'd be
here.
happy to do
Well,
gentleman's
if-
agreement of a Final 7. It's fine
I'd be
by me.
glad to explain the context of what Final 8 is. So, there was a joke within the community in which, like, in Final 7, because normally you fight Labyrinth Mage and then the other duelists like Spec, Deku, etc. If you miss one of the inputs for the Labyrinth path, you have to refight Labyrinth Mage. And
Yeah.
somebody within the community actually did that accidentally on more than one occasion. And because of that, we've come up with the term Final 8.
So
I want to shout out to Dandy Enigma for that term as well, because he's done it on more than one occasion.
Bless that man.
Again,
He
shout out
is
to
a
Dan.
legend. He is
So
a
just to
legend.
give a little bit more background there, at the very end of the game, you typically will have to do 6 fights in a row without saving, and they're all very difficult. However, if there's an optional fight midway through the game against Seto 2. If you fight Seto 2 at the midpoint of the game, roughly, then you'll have to do 6 duels at the end of the game without saving. They're all very difficult. Because right before Seto 2, you fight somebody called Labyrinth Mage. So when you go to do Seto 2, you fight Labyrinth Mage, and then you fight Seto 2. And because you already fought Labyrinth Mage, you do not have to fight him later, so you do 6 duels in a row at the very end of the game without saving. However, if you skip Labyrinth Mage in Seto 2 at the midpoint of the game, now you have to fight Labyrinth Mage at the beginning of that final 6 every time, so it technically becomes final 7. And after you beat Labyrinth Mage, you have to go through like a text-based maze where you have to go, select right or left multiple times. And this is right after you beat Labyrinth Mage. And if you get the maze wrong, it makes you refight Labyrinth Mage every time you get the maze wrong. So
it's very confusing, but
yeah.
basically it's a little bit of a mix of this or a mix of that for time and how the deck looks and just
I'm really glad that Gate Guardian and Regeki have a high drop rate on Shoddy, and I got neither of them.
What are you gonna do? That's
what am I gonna do? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna get another Gate Guardian. That's what I'm gonna do. I got 3 now.
Watch your language, GFC.
You gotta believe in the heart of the Shoddy. You gotta believe in the heart of the Shoddy, man. Come on. Oh my god.
I can definitely tell,
I did shit talk Shoddy earlier, so I mean, this is kind of deserved here.
I was gonna say no one likes Shoddy but me, and I'm just like, all right, cool. I've always loved Shoddy. These guys can back me up on that one. Oh my gosh, this guy is crazy. Wow, I don't even believe my eyes right now.
Alright, so Chad, again, while this is going on, just to remind you all that I believe we're over $8,000.
We are just barely over $8,000.
Donated,
Unbelievable.
not just during this block, but throughout the entirety of MAGFest. Thank you so much again for your generosity and for contributing for a fantastic cause. And
really appreciate all the support that you guys can
give.
give.
If there are any donations at this time,
I don't think there are.
Think
At least I haven't seen the thing go up.
Appreciate you guys vibing and chilling in chat and just having a good time with us here on stage.
There
like
it
I
is.
said, we've
Here's my first Gate Guardian.
really appreciate
Let's
the
go.
interactions here.
GG number 1.
Nice.
So yeah, as you can see, Gate Guardian's kind of good.
Just
Kind of a
little
good
bit.
card.
Just a little
A little bit worth the hype
I will
we're
say
giving
that
it.
card is pretty good. So another thing also with Gate Guardian, it takes all the equips that Sangha of the Thunder, Suijin, and Kazujin all take. So in context as well, the invigoration that GFC has in his deck actually works on Gate Guardian because Sangha of the Thunder takes it.
This is interesting.
burglar alarm.
There's
Nice.
quick little insta kill there.
Eternal drought. What kind of rando? Hungry Burger.
There it is again.
All right, I think that's enough of a shouty. I'm gonna go somewhere else. As I say, I'm gonna
So the Forbidden.
Oh my goodness! All
So
right.
now we have the chess piece. That's
And another Gate Guardian. Let's go.
All right,
So
I'm
I
gonna
have
go back
I
to
have
doing
3
it.
out of 5 pieces.
Oh my gosh!
That's,
I think I only have the one. I can't seem to find anything but the right arm. It's just kind of.
3/5
Yep,
of
I
the
still
way
have the
there.
right arm.
well, you know who has the left leg. So
Do I know?
Jono too.
Yeah, because I have left
Is
leg.
that what was that? BCD or I forget. Is
SI.
that SA? Oh, okay. I'll have to.
So yeah,
I was gonna say I'm on SA right now. I'm on Jonah right now.
So yeah, the other commentators here as well are also keeping track of what the runners have, in addition to what the runners are writing down on a piece of paper. So that's how we're keeping track of what everybody drops.
Where was Exodia the Forbidden? I'm sorry, I missed where that was.
Shoddy, yes, sir.
Shoddy. Oh, sure. Okay, sure. There you go. As I say, I'll have a look into that in a minute here. See what we can do. Yes. All right. Cool. I just say either one of these. Sorry, buddy.
I hope everybody's enjoying the run so far.
I like what I'm seeing so far. I've had a lot more fun than I thought I was going to have up to this point. It's been pretty insane. This deck and this seat are pretty
All right,
loaded.
widespread also.
There's
And
Gate
there's
Guardian
Gate
number 2.
Beautiful.
All right, well, both
That's
players
Gate Guardian
have
number
3 Gate
3,
Guardians
actually.
As I say, I'm going to move on here in a second.
All right, well,
I'm
now
still
he
not
needs
moving on.
ultimate. That's all he needs.
Yeah, there's some. I'm just gonna go for ultimate. There's a bunch of stuff I'm still gonna. We have so much time, dude.
Oh, yeah, no.
I am moving on.
I mean, I might get one or two
we
more
got
mages.
time.
Yeah, you
I
guys still have time.
I'm just going to get a little further ahead. Sorry, nothing too big.
I see.
Just going to give a little bit of a nudgy nudge, no
And just to remind you, you
Can't
still
be a
do have all the
showman.
mages that could or could not have some good stuff.
I was going to say,
There we go.
whoa, there's
Jono
one.
too?
Yes, indeed.
Nice,
yes,
nice, nice,
indeed.
nice,
I was
nice.
to say, I was drop 2. We got
Mushroom
plenty
Man
more to
number
go.
2 as well.
Ushioni like number 5. Another
Mushroom Man number 2 as
Prophecy
well.
is real.
Oh, okay, that's the repeat. Oh my gosh.
Still exists.
Wow. All right, I'm going to pay that one more.
Just to let Dylan David see that, please, thank you. Shout out to Dylan David as well. The one person we always like joke about when it comes to the AI playing Ultimate on us.
Oh my gosh. It's back again, boys. It's back again.
Definitely, I'd say, based on what I'm looking at, I'd say Cubbies definitely has the better deck right
yeah,
now
for
of
sure.
the two.
No question.
But it's going to be a matter of how RNG cooperates, because this game is a RNG fiesta.
Legendary.
You never
for
know
it.
what's going to happen.
Oh my gosh, it is absolutely biblical for that reason alone. That and I was gonna say my main game other than this is Crash Bash. That one might be the closest that you could compare it to, but this one probably takes the cake in a few other ways with everything going out of a 2048 especially.
GFC heading back to Jonah 1.
I like it. Alternative play. Interesting.
And remind me, what did Jonah 1 drop?
Swords.
Swords. He dropped Crush Card and 2 of something. I put down Excitement, so I did
Yeah,
it for
Jonah
myself.
1 SA drops swords. That's the main reason.
Okay.
It's important to note
might
that
hit that one
GFC has 2 swords of revealing lights.
No, I only have 1 sword.
I was just say I thought
yeah,
I only
one.
had one
Okay,
sword.
so
so I, was
Cubbies
just
has
say-
2.
I don't have any. I don't. I've got like 2 or 3 dark holes.
That's fancy.
I'll go back over there. Yeah, I was just say that reminds me. I need to go over there next. Let's just see what Jonah 2.
There,
Oh my
wow,
gosh.
Look at that.
Cool.
Wow.
RNG,
Nice.
RNG in a nutshell.
That's
Did he get another one?
Number 3.
Yep.
Nice.
He's
Good
got
stuff.
3 ultimate 3D cards.
The
I think it's
triple
safe to
ultimate
say
deck.
that Cubbies is trying to pull away with this.
Absolute
I'm gonna
juicer.
go 1 Jonah 1, and then I'm gonna see what I can do here.
That's a great idea.
This is ridiculous.
RNG every.
I got nothing, and 3 BLSs. I just, it's a deck. It's a deck, all right. Wow. This
Without question. And
three
that's the beauty of
ultimates,
randomizers also.
3 B skulls,
Let's
3
let you see.
BLSs. Goodness me, this is insane. I don't know.
There's
There's
another
swords.
Okay,
There you
that's
go.
actually really good for
Very
GFC.
nice.
Let me get my swords here real quick.
And that's your second, I believe?
Yes, 2 swords. Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to go for 3, I think, or
I
just
was
2?
gonna say either way. I'm happy to do it. Whatever he's got going
It
on.
looks like just 2, so yeah, he's going to progress in campaign.
All right, we got this on lock. Come on, Jono, play ball.
We have a donation. An anonymous donor donates $20.
Yo,
Let's
yo.
go, guys.
Yo,
Would
yo.
it be inappropriate for me to mention Nivatorian Venus?
Just say someone can explain that. Go right ahead.
Thank you again to everybody that's donated today and again throughout the entirety of the marathon. Everybody's been amazing.
Absolutely. It's been an honor and a pleasure coming up here and doing this for a great cause. It's been really, really nice to do it. I've been preparing for this for months, and I'm glad it's going as well as it has so far. Sparks, Dragon Secret. There's Hane for GFC.
Gotta love the Hane
Eye of the
Hane.
Thunder.
I think I have 2 or 3 Hane-Hanes.
I was gonna say, I think this is like my 3rd or 4th. I've gotten him earlier. I think.
Actually, this is a great question I should ask for everybody that's on the stage here. What is everybody's favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card that's from this game?
I was gonna say, you can start GFC.
Oh, Hane, 100%. Hane is by far my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card just in general. I mean, have you seen Hane?
He adorable. Not
Need
gonna
I say
lie.
more?
He's got a lovely scythe on him. It's a nice piece. Due respect. I will say mine is Hitoden also because of Shoddy, but also because it's a nice little piece. There's a couple ways to make twin-headed Thunder Dragon. I won't go into all of them because you could just be here all day. But one of them is putting 1 dragon, an aqua, a spellcaster, and then another dragon on top of it. And Hitoden early in my career has done a lot to help me in order to learn this game and get, just a basic feel for Yu-Gi-Oh! And figure out what it is the heck I'm doing with the game. So I've always had a fondness for him.
In a general context of that as well, any Aqua that's less than 1600 attack will also work in that same priority.
Yeah.
My favorite card, even though it's a ritual summon card, but it still goes into the TCG, and I love the card art for this. My favorite card is actually Blackluster Soldier.
Ooh, nice choice.
It's probably got one of my favorite artworks in the original trading card game. And It's just something that I've enjoyed over the years. And with the Blackluster Soldier help that has come out over the years, I feel like it's definitely a really great card.
It is I was gonna say I've always loved that card since childhood. I had a really nice shiny one from forever ago. That was just
for
like,
sure.
oh, so
And Two-Face, what is your favorite card?
Heading down the line, would have to definitely be Hungry Burger. Another
Really?
ritual monster,
I like
really
him.
strong card for early game. Not really many places to get it, but
it's a great little cute.
I was gonna say
card.
it has some really funny card art and everything, even though it's not.
Oh, that was a nice little graphical glitch.
Yes,
there.
that actually happened to Cubbies earlier.
Oh
believe it or
yeah,
not.
I think it was a Shadow Puppeteer or something.
Oh,
Nice.
Swords campaign.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's great.
Excuse me, Atenza.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an SA pal.
All right, I'll have to put that down.
very nice.
And then, Vian, what was your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card from this game?
Sorry, no biggie.
Here, let me.
Fortress Whale. There we go. I got one.
What? I won 3 swords. Whoa. Oh, wow. I feel a little bit silly farming for it earlier.
Whoops. All right, well, I guess I'm going to go for SA Power and Atenza then. Jeez.
Yeah, for sure.
Do it. All right, now my favorite card.
Go ahead.
It's also Blackluster Soldier. Actually, no, not sorry, Magician of Black Chaos.
Hey, that's actually even better, honestly.
I was just say that's a great choice. Beautiful
Yeah,
card.
but man, it looks so cool.
That is a nice. It is a shame it does not drop in the vanilla
Like,
game for us.
even in the anime as well, it looked really amazing against Pegasus.
All right, SA Power and Atenza. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Cool. All right, next first card. 2 duels in a row. I get it first hand. That's just silly. Oh, all right. Well, let's see what we get off this fella. He started peaceful. You're going down, son. You're going down. Oh, he ain't ready, folks. Blow.
Well, this guy
Right in the
just
kisser.
draw ultimate and just win easily on Atenza. That's actually really good.
It's just that simple. You just win and you get ultimate. There's nothing to it.
So one reason why also GFC has Summon Skull in its deck also is on this particular fight on the Ocean Shrine. Summon Skull has Pluto as a secondary Guardian Star, and most of the monsters that are played there are Neptune. So again, earlier we discussed about Guardian Star interaction, and that's one of the few instances in which it will benefit greatly.
All right. Do I get a swords myself, or is my deck too
It's a
powerful to have?
super common drop.
Yeah, well, there's one. All
You
right,
have
there's
to
very
get
common.
like
Say there's
one at least.
I got one.
Like it is.
I got 2.
just-
All right, cool.
DCJ
All
is
right.
not bad.
Yeah, it is a massively high drop
Thank
rate.
God, thank God.
That is definitely the place for swords.
All right.
Yeah, we did get DCJ. Could come in handy later. Faux show.
All right. I am going to Kepra, but I'm going to be hilarious and save because Kepra is himself. So, you know, as you do. I am funny like that. What can I say?
And that's one of the things also is that I guess I should talk about the chance for what's called a fake out and the chance for the AI to attack your monster. So each AI has a probability percentage of when they can attack or whatnot. So for example, all the high mages have a 25% chance to attack your monster that's face down, which in this case what happened with GFC. The only duelists that cannot like attack or whatever, or they can't be faked out or whatnot, is Haishin and all the final 6. That being not Simic, but all the final 4, excuse me.
Yeah,
that being Haishin 2nd, Settle 3rd, Dark Knight, and Nightmare.
We call that a good start. Nice. Jeez, what an opener. Oh my God.
Oh, that's helpful.
And Pegasus is included in that list as well.
True. He's got the Millennium Eye. That's right.
Megamorph does exist.
I assure you. Yeah,
It is somewhere.
I believe it.
Nice.
I just say I got both of them. I may as well use it.
So for right now, again, both runners are just utilizing what they've gotten. So, you know, Ultimate, Gate Guardian, Swords are revealing light.
Is that
Those
your
are
fourth
some
shrine?
of the main cards that we've seen so far. in
I
this
think it's
season.
your 4th. I don't know. I'd say that it is. I gotta catch up here either way. Be interesting to see. As I say, we're at hour 31 here, just crossed over. Good to see you. Good to see
And
you.
you guys still have plenty of time.
I was just say, we're just hanging out and vibing with the homies up here. No big deal.
Yeah,
no big
yeah.
deal. All right, Spoopy Pumpkin, nice. Trent on low. Oh, what kind of rando? Another twin head. Wonderful.
Yeah, I was gonna say Trent on MetaMage. What kind of
I
round?
was
do
just
we
say
do?
Nate would make that in his rando, wouldn't he? All right, on to Capra, the boy. I was gonna say I'm a big guy too. I can respect the big breakfast power. All right, let's see here. What do we got going on?
Ooh, 2 invigorations. That's very helpful with Geek Guardian.
DPL. I was gonna say I don't need DPL. That's not necessary. I already have the other one.
Other than that, really nothing else. But those invigorations could come in handy later.
Yeah, potentially.
Just say yeah, Spike Vegeta plus him. He loves that card, definitely. All right, that's about the start I was expecting. Okay.
I also do have a minor question for your R2 runners. I would like to know, are they planning on dueling Duel Master K?
That is actually a very, very good thing to bring up.
We should, honestly.
I completely forgot that he existed.
I did too, to be honest with
So
you.
Duel Master K is a duelist that is automatically unlocked in free duel, and when you fight him, he uses your own deck against you. So he's kind of like the person when you're brand new to the game. If you want to learn how to fuse and how your deck works, you can fight Duel Master K, and he uses your own deck against you. So you can kind of take notes of fusions he does and stuff, because they're fusions you'll have in your own deck.
Yeah.
But he does have a separate drop list in this randomizer, so he could drop, whatever.
Gentlemen's agreement to do like 3 DMK duels just because, yeah, why not? Or what are you thinking here? What's a good number that works for you?
I don't know if I really want to do
I mean, you said we have time earlier. I mean,
No,
what's the
yeah, we
problem?
do have time. It's just I don't know if I want to fight against my one ultimate that he's always going to draw and I'm never going to draw.
Come see, come
You could always adjust your deck as well.
I could.
You
We'll
can have
see.
some fun with it.
Yeah, that's like one of the big downsides as well with DMK is that he has the same exact deck as the runners here. So it is very possible considering. Another thing I should also mention are size hands. So each duelist will have a sized hand. So it may look like they have 5 cards in their hand, when actually some duelists have like 10, 15, and a maximum size hand of 20 cards in their hand. So it can be very, very unfair.
All right, Kepra, SA Pound, did he feel like dropping anything for me? As you say, I'm going to need a lot of bits going in the deck, and he did not. No, I got to keep moving. All right, let's see. As I say, I think that was my 3rd shrine. That sounds about right, yeah. Go over to Martis. Okay.
Adding on to the hand size, even though the opponents only show 5 cards in their hand, they actually have a pool of what Nate said, up to 20 cards that they can pick and choose from. If I've seen there are videos where they implement cheats to get rid of the cover on all of the opponent's cards in their hand, and sometimes what'll happen is it'll actually swap out cards in that displayed hand for the card that they want to play. So in other words, the AI cheats.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Like,
Program cheating.
unironically, they do.
Nice M, no BD. Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, while that's going on, if you have another donation or two, please feel free to do so, please.
We received $10 from Sexy Alexi, and they tell us,
Oh.
thanks guys, long-time fan of this game. Wasn't able to beat this game until I was 27 by myself versus 10-year-old me.
huge, actually.
Question for y'all. Did you guys beat this game on your first try when you were younger or later on in life?
Great question.
So I actually, funny enough, never played this game as a kid. My first exposure to this game was the speed run. I saw a speedrunner by the name of SSBM stuff doing a run. So back in the day, the main speedrunning hub on the internet was Speedruns Live. And there would be like a home page that had a bunch of speedrunners who were currently doing speedruns. And it was ranked by how many viewers they had. So the people with the most viewers would be listed first on Speedruns Live. And I would always browse Speedruns Live to watch new speedruns and see who's on and stuff like that. But one day I went on there and somebody who I'd never seen before was at the very top with like 1,000 viewers playing a Yu-Gi-Oh game. And keep in mind, this was like early 2013, so like the only people who got views like that, we're talking like your
SM64.
Ocarina of Time, your SM64, yeah. So I'm like, a Yu-Gi-Oh game being speedrun with over 1,000 views? What is this? And I clicked into it, and the rest is history. I've been speedrunning this game actively since then. we're going on 10 years I've been running this game.
Which is pretty wild.
Yeah, I've been live streaming for 10 years. In fact, just about a month ago, I celebrated my 10-year live stream anniversary. I started in December of 2012. So,
Gosh, that's awesome.
yeehaw.
Man. Yeehaw indeed.
But
Very
yeah,
impressive.
sorry, taking up a lot of time answering that one.
No, I was just saying, you're the one that's run this the longest. I think you more than deserve the longest answer for that. I was just saying, if I may segue over to me, it's I started streaming around April-ish of 2016. I think I picked it up around. I started watching FM around like May or so of 2017 with Elvin Cloud. Shout outs to him. My man Nate over here. As I say, I picked up GFC a few months after that, and afterwards I just started developing it in my brain and just sponging in all the knowledge. And it took me a while to start running the game. I think I started running like 2-ish years ago, on and off, but recently I've really gotten into it, and well, here I am. I'm on the big stage at MAGFest, so hey, it could be you. You never know. It's really an honor to come up here. Nate, if you wanted to go into your history.
Yes, for sure. So, originally I did play the TCG casually years ago. I did pick up this game actually way before I started speedrunning it. The first time I played this game was actually in 2003, a year after the game was released in North America. So, it was not until like 2017, like 14 years after I started playing this for the first time, that I learned more about speedrunning, and I joined the Forbidden Memories community and stuff like that. So, one of the first people I watched was GFC, and who would have thought that years later we would actually be in the marathon at the same time, doing something that we both love and we're passionate about.
Wow.
So,
I'm going to do Final 8. I think somebody mentioned it earlier. I think
I
I'm gonna
will
go for that.
I will avoid beating the game now if you want me to avoid that.
I think I think we
Should
can
I
both have a
avoid-
little gentleman's agreement. Yeah, we're only at like an
Okay,
hour
so
40.
no final 6 yet then? No,
I-
final 7.
I
I,
was just- yeah,
I
yeah,
already,
that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
done with all mages.
Oh, okay,
By the
I
way,
still have one
I don't
mage
know
to
if
go.
anybody actually saw that, but I won in campaign against Low Force Mage of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Oh, I missed that
and then
one.
I just did a one free duel against him and won another one. So I have 3, I now have 3 of them.
I saw, but
My deck is, I would say, pretty much looking
Yeah.
good. We got triple ultimate, triple gate guardian,
Yeah, you're
triple
fucking hitting
swords,
It's
double
almost as good as it
Regeki.
can
It's a
It's
done deck.
probably better
It's
in mine.
finished.
at this
yeah,
point.
I think it's a done deal.
the
Yes,
only way it could get
it's
better is if he had some Mega Morphs thrown there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But we still have
I was thinking
some
of-
time beforehand. So how
that.
about we go into Final 7 at the same time?
I was going to say, yeah.
whenever the time comes.
Sure, I've got Anabyssia still, but after that, yeah, I think that should be fine by me.
The thing is, and I know that this might kill some of the race,
Tension. Yeah.
the race tension,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this is not like a super serious
No,
speed
this
run.
is just a
It's a
showcase of an
randomizer.
awesomeness, but-
Yeah, it's just for fun. But with the deck that I have now, the odds of me going to the end game and winning is like 99%. And if
Yeah.
I did so, I would be done before the 2-hour mark, and he could do the exact same thing, and then
Exactly.
we finish 30 minutes under estimate.
Exactly. And hey,
So
by all means.
we will take a little bit of
We could
extra
do. I
time
was gonna say
here.
we could do DMK after I finish Anabyssia.
I
over
would
here.
like to
the
see if
idea.
I can find any other pieces of Exodia, actually.
Shout
'cause
outs
there's
to
still
Arius,
a
Tagger, and Canic, by the way. Sorry,
couple
I
things for that.
overmentioned it. It's great inspirations. The older generation of the FM community wanted to shout them out. Thank you again for mentioning that, Blake. Sorry, I overran you, but I think they all deserve a shout out. And Kasich Scope, of course. Shout outs to the homie.
Do you know where left arm is by
I
chance?
got
Or right
nothing.
leg?
I've got right arms for days. I haven't been keeping track of the other limbs because I haven't won any
That's
other
okay.
ones. got
I
no
know where
idea.
Blue Eyes White Dragon is, so I can at least work
Okay,
on.
so I guess so we can give you a hint on
No,
this one.
I don't
Yeah.
think. No, I don't
Well,
think you
we'll-
should.
we'll deal
'Cause
with that once.
people offered money for it, and I think getting a hint would
Good
kind of
lord.
crap in those Cheerios. So let's not.
That's, we can do. we
But
can do
another
this whole
thing that
after.
somebody said is that they would pay for a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon ritual summon, and I do know who
yeah.
drops Blue Eyes White Dragon,
There you go.
and we won't be able to do the ritual. I don't know where the ritual card is.
Yeah, we could find a summon.
We could fuse it, but we would need Megamorph.
Yeah, we can get like.
Can you buy
I don't remember.
Ultimate Dragon ritual
No,
for?
it's backstory check.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't think so.
remember. I wasn't
Okay.
sure.
Well, I can at least get 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons for it. So let me go grab those. So Blue Eyes
Exodia
White
the
Dragon was
Forbidden.
Mage
Okay,
Soldier.
all right. Why not? Keep that meme alive. I like it. That was low forest. Nice.
So we have, I think, one Blue Eyes White Dragon, so I will try to get 2 of them.
All right, well, that's 2 out of 5.
So Two-Face, how'd you get into this game?
I was gonna say mine is way less impressive than theirs. Just about 3 years ago, I happened to run across GFC. Actually, I think it was about 4 now. Just happened to run across GFC's stream, found it interesting. Ended up keeping stopping by, and eventually I just slowly worked my way in and began running. Although I haven't nearly run nearly as seriously as these 3.
I was going to say, if anyone here would be the one, it would be GFC's definitely, like you said, 10 years long and 10 years strong. He's been grinding this for so long.
I have been grinding this game for going on 10 years now. So it has been a long journey from where we when this speed run first started, like we didn't know anything about the game.
You want to talk about the Seeker? Gosh, the history of FM is crazy.
There's so much. I mean, but long story short, we knew very little about the game. We probably knew less than some casual players knew back then. And I mean, runs started out like the world record started out as like over 10 hours. Like it was just insane levels of time. But over the years, we learned a little bit more here, a little bit more there, and yeah.
Neo Seeker, there was a lot of revolutions on there. Someone was able to translate a Japanese manual of how to get the ranks figured out, and from there, everyone thought it was just Aztecs or decking out somebody to get the best cards in the game. But thanks to that revolution, like 2013, 2014-ish.
Yeah, his name was Infamous. It was on Neo Seeker. So what happened with ATEX was that I got a random ATEC against somebody. And the same thing had happened to Saboom years ago, but we didn't really look into it. But then it happened to me, and I posted on Neo Seeker, like, hey, why did I get this rank? How did it work? And that's when Infamous was like, I think there might be something in the Japanese a strategy guide about how ranks work in this game. And he had the Japanese guide, and he started translating it, and lo and behold, in the official strategy guide, a Japanese strategy guide for this game, it details exactly how all of the ranks work. Like, there is a chart that will say exactly like, okay, if you fuse this many times and you do this and that, your rank will be this, and like it gives you exactly how rank works, and that is incredibly important for speedruns.
We have $5 from Tran the Editor. They write, "The MAGFest staffers I am rooming with made me do this, but it's fine, I guess."
Nice. Let's go. Appreciate the donation. You guys have been awesome with donations today. I really cannot say enough how amazing you guys have been so far representing the FM community. Y'all have done an amazing job so far, so keep up the good work, and we'll, I was going to say, I finished, what's his name? I've got all 5 mages down. I'm just doing DMK over here.
Yeah, I have all 5 mages down for a little while. I've just been going for Blue Eyes White Dragons for potential the ritual, but I don't have any way to fuse it unless we found Megamorph.
I was going to say, I'm going on
it's not a
DMK.
big
Maybe
deal.
he's got Megamorph over there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having some fun with it
I
right
mean,
now.
yeah, if you wanna go Final 7 whenever.
I was just say I'll leave that one up to you, or whatever you guys want to do. I'm down with
I
whatever.
think we can maybe get going there.
Well,
Yeah, I was just say it's either
I was
way.
gonna say we are coming up
We're on,
about
hour
hour
45.
Yeah, because just in case we lose.
Yeah, I was just say
One of us loses.
let's say hour 48 on the dot. We start going over there. You want to do like another dual chip left arm off of the DMK?
Oh, that's awesome.
I was say that is that one of the ones you're missing? I feel like that might be one of the ones. I was just say I think I have 3 now.
We can do it on. I'll show you the screen to get to, and then whenever you're ready.
Okay.
This screen right here before to go to Dueling Grounds.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, we'll do like a little sub countdown, 3, 2, 1, go, and then we'll start.
Okay. I was just say I'll do one more DMK.
Oh,
and
you're
then-
gonna do another
Oh, sorry.
duel.
Just,
Nah, all right.
I'll
That's
do
fine.
that. No, we'll go back over. Yeah,
I mean, you have to do the duel
Yeah, I
now.
was say you can do one more duel as
I'll
well.
go
That's
do
what
a
I'm saying.
duel.
You're gonna have to wait over there. That's fine. Let me.
I will do one more
Let me
duel.
double check. I think I've got 3 limbs now. Yes, I do. Okay, cool. I'm listing.
Both legs.
Both. I was gonna say you have one leg over
I
there.
have one
don't
leg,
know.
yeah.
Where'd
So
get
you
it
found
from?
left arm,
I
so
found
now
left
we would just need,
left leg, I think.
no, we have left leg. We would need right.
I thought you had right. Oh, where's right leg? I was
We
gonna
would
say,
need
where's
right
left
leg, yeah. Right leg is what we don't have
Okay, cool. All right.
between the two of us.
Hey, maybe I can get.
Maybe
the-
during Final 7, who knows?
You never know. I was just saying. I think you have 4. I've got 3. Interesting.
Also, do you want to do Final 8?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay, so we will
really
do
say
we will do
$100
Final
for my
8
wallet?
specifically for the
Absolutely.
donation thing. And yeah, so once we get to that screen, we'll start and we'll just go as fast as we can and may the best man win.
All right. It sounds good to me, man. Sounds good to me. Fishbone. Let's go. Go.
I go
team.
$100 for my wallet, but all for a good cause.
I was just say absolutely.
Oh yes, because you said $50 per runner. For that. That's 100 from you right there.
I
Let's
didn't even
go.
remember that part.
Oh boy, we are. I'm just very happy with how much money's been donating
I know.
during,
You
during
guys
our
have
run.
been phenomenal.
It's just
Thank you again.
outstanding,
I
guys.
really
Thank you,
appreciate it.
everybody.
The kids
Keep
are
them
gonna
coming, though, chat. You know, we could always do more, but I mean, we went from 7,000 to 8,000. I think there's been close to $800 donated during this
I was
run
gonna say,
alone.
we might be reaching on 1,000 here. I'm not
We
sure.
got to be close to a full 1,000 donated just during our run.
Amazing.
So keep it coming, lads.
Appreciate it. I was gonna say, I know the holidays were just right here. If there's anything you could spare, cool. We don't want to financially burden you. We appreciate everything that you can give to us, and the charity will, the kids and the everything will really appreciate it. So thank you again. Hungry Burger. Nice.
Hungry burger.
Love to see it. All right, I was gonna say, I'm going to. You doing another duel or what are you
No,
up to?
I'm not doing another
Okay,
duel.
cool.
I'll
I'll
get to
back
the
out.
screen in a second.
All right, yeah, I'll back out and go over there to Final 8 with you.
By the way, one more thing I wanted to add to my other incentive for the photo finish. I guess to clarify, I guess as long as like you finish within, I guess half a minute of each other, I'll
Okay.
count it.
All right.
Okay,
But also
cool.
at the same time, you can't really like delay
Right,
during
right.
the final
Can't do it
8.
on purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No purposeful delays during the final 8.
Sure. Makes sense to me.
Gotta be mostly natural.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, start at the same time,
I was
but
gonna say,
mostly natural.
if, this
Whenever
thing
it
could lo-
loads and
It's happened a couple
for you.
times early in the game. It's all right. It's just
All right, so the countdown that I will do, it'll be 3, 2, 1, go, and on go we will hit it. All right.
All right,
So
sounds
this is the end game gauntlet that we are going to be doing. We'll do Final 8 as well.
Sounds
So
good, sounds good.
intentionally mess up the thing.
Yep.
So yeah, we're going to start the end game at the exact same time, and we'll may the best man win.
Make it
So 3, 2, 1, go.
go.
All right.
All right, good luck, guys.
Now we are actually being competitive.
Go. Now the real fun begins.
We are in the home
Up to
stretch.
this point, mostly just a showcase of what the game is, what the randomizer is, and now we are going to genuinely try to go fast. How did you get that far ahead of me?
Because I held square and pressed X a lot. Because I'm
Nah,
awesome.
dude, load time.
See how long my link's loaded forever? Are you talking?
Flipped bits.
Oh,
from
he's giving
space,
excuses
dog.
already. You guys
Flipped
know.
bits from space.
Oh God! Don't talk about corks in this run. They don't need that. Oh God! Please no. Oh, last I need to hear that. Oh God! Please tell me. As I say, did someone say that as a meme? I can't remember. Of course.
Yeah, unfortunate start there on my page.
That's about what I expected, and that's what I'm talking about. So let's just get that right there. Got a nice double kick in the hand. Love to see it. There we go.
Wonderful. Simply wonderful.
Good stuff. Blah. I think that was one. There, makes
All right,
sense.
this will be a very quick duel for GFC here. Generally, at least a 3-turn is what you would want. at
So
the bare
normally
minimum.
we would go right, left, right here through the maze. And if you get the maze wrong, you have to refight this guy. But I'm going to purposely get it wrong in order to make it to Final 8, which was a donation incentive that somebody in chat mentioned. Oh yeah, or it was VN, I think. Yeah.
All for the love of charity.
So there we go.
Absolutely. For the kids, for the gameplay, and for the happiness of us all. Absolutely.
And then I'm thinking maybe after one of you beats Dark Knights, we'll go over the missed
yeah.
opportunities
Spoil logs.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Go
a
we
good
over
idea.
like
spoil
where
log.
some certain items were
Absolutely.
and everything.
Storm. Not Cosmo Queen and Twin Headed. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. I like that. All right, to the left.
Unfortunate duel here. Very unfortunate. In fact, I could lose.
Hello, fun.
I could genuinely lose here.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm gonna lose.
that's no bueno.
That's unfortunate. That kind of rips the tension out of the room.
I mean, you know, I could
well.
still find a way to lose this guy. I haven't
I'd
finished
say
the
there's
guy.
always a chance.
I was just say, I'll find a way.
Oh.
Trust me.
Yeah, you still got a chance here.
Yeah, there's very few cards I could draw that would get me here, but that's one of them.
One of them.
That's why.
That's a good start.
That's why.
All right, I win.
You fired for swords.
All right,
Yep.
come on. Let's say my GG needs to be not too bad here. Come on, GG mate.
Swords Revealing Light also has another effect where when it is played, it does flip all face-down defense cards into face-up position, as you know if you played the original card game. Works same way here.
Yep.
So yeah, he can't attack for 3 turns, and I have a Regeki that wipes out all of his monsters anytime I want. So
Right. And the one thing as well is that you have to play at least one card every turn, so that's why swords is very powerful.
This guy, man, he's so funny. It's all right. We'll get through this.
Very
Come
good
on.
for stalling.
Come on. Get me out of here.
Right.
Just say we're gonna exit about the same time. That's great. Wow.
no, I need like 2 more turns.
Oh, I got you. All good. All good. Say, I was that. Oh, thank God. I wasn't quite sure about that. All good. All good. All right.
So
Come on,
sure.
just a
Wait
bit.
and see if Cubbies decides to take the final 8 route.
I was gonna say I have to. I've done that right now. I would have to hopefully win that from here.
What
Would
kind
be
of
fun.
rando? When is Labyrinth Mage drop Twin Headed
Terror
Thunder
of the
Dragon?
man.
Zara is
Okay.
actually very nice.
All right. That's what I like to see. Wow. All right.
We
So yeah,
have
finally. Oh yeah, go ahead.
we have a donation in the amount of $100
Hey.
from V Nater, and they write, "Double final 8, or should I say double fail 8? $100 for a worthy cause doesn't sound like a fail to me. Thanks for playing, giving me a seat here, and everyone in the audience for cheering the runners on. Let's get back to the past to save Egypt."
Thank you so much again, Mediator, for
Really, really
the
appreciate
donation.
that. Very,
Wait,
very nice.
that was only your first Labyrinth Mage?
Nope, I went to the right and then to the left because I am hilariously dumb.
Oh, you're doing.
Oh, final
Final
nine.
nine.
Why not for Dan?
he's
you
doing
know,
final
why not?
nine.
Why not? Yeah, let's pretend that was intentional. Yeah, let's go with
Like
that.
say, show them who's boss.
Yeah, it was the plan the whole time. Yeah. All right, cool. Yep.
Well
sorry,
planned. That's just even more.
Triple. Yeah, no big deal. It's deserved, honestly. That's,
That is even more content.
what are you gonna do? Hey, that's a good recovery.
Hey, natural, that's a
I'm
natural
very-
That's a good-
extra
it's a
lamp.
nice
Right,
little
left, right,
recovery
right.
there.
That counts
I
as
was
a-
gonna
that
make
counts
sure.
as
We're gonna make sure that.
Right, left.
Right, left, right. I was gonna say I thought it was right, left, right.
So-
that was actually.
I still have it written down in a notepad in my room.
I was gonna say I have it in my splits at home, but I always get caught up on that second one. It's just so bad, so bad. Oh well. If I lose because of that, honestly, it's served. I had that muscle memory the whole time. I just decided that was the right one, and I messed up. Yeah, happens to all of us. As you do.
Yeah, personally though, I feel that
It's not bad.
actually messing up on the Emerald Mage is like really truly fits in the spirit of the final.
That's actually.
8.
Yeah.
I was gonna say happens
So if
to
anything,
everybody.
you've itself like definitely
Just
earned
say.
it.
As much as I want to say, and also, I'm sorry, GFC, but Cubbies had to one up you there.
Yeah, I mean, I was
yeah,
gonna say,
the final
this
nine.
final
Yeah, get that
six is
plus
not
one.
exactly guaranteed.
We could do final 6, but then we were gonna do final 7, and then someone's like, "Hey, I'll donate for final 8," and
All right.
then Gocubbies
It's
decides
just
final
casual,
9.
accidental
Why not?
final 9. No big deal.
Our decks are good enough that we can do that.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
We
say.
could just do it,
We
and
just
it's not
do
a
all we
huge
need to do.
deal.
All right, left, right. Yeah, I got it. Just forgot. I was gonna say that second one is the one that always trips me up. All right, we're good to go. All right, you were on Neku then? I would think so. Let's say that was a quick sabek. Makes sense to me. No big bang. Just say, let's get that. We're doing the final push of the run here, guys. Let's see if we can get our final donation drives in here. Appreciate you all.
Yeah, we're
hanging
coming
on
down to
that.
the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. so-
Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
Not a
So
problem.
get those donations in chat.
A little under 20-25 minutes to the end here.
We got almost $1,000 in total donated just during this run, but I think, we're at 8,100, I see. Let's get to 85 before the end of this run.
You guys got this. I believe in you. Like I believe in the heart of the cards and shoddy. Come on. What did I get here? Did I get anything? I got Harpy's Pet Dragon. I was gonna say, shout outs to Toto. I put that in there. Yeah, sure.
All right, so this is going to be the first very difficult duel of the end gauntlet here against Haishin second. He can do a lot of bad stuff if I cannot make something very strong very quickly. Cosmo Queen, cool. Triborn Dragon, cool.
In context of what was mentioned earlier, Haishin can be very annoying in some situations. Like, if he can't take control of the board within the first 2 turns, Haishin does have the option to either play like trap cards. He has Widespread Ruin and Fake Trap, but he also has the best equipped card in the game, that being Megamorph.
And he likes to play it and flaunt it around as much as
Yeah,
possible.
it's his most common card
Yeah.
in the deck, by the way.
But with that opening draw, we are definitely not worried. That's an instant win by far.
Stop playing walls. This guy is terrible. All right, there we go. Nothing to it. 160. Goodness, that's. All right, let's bring it home. Come on, we gotta catch up sometime.
Jeez, I drew that third ultimate there.
Wow.
Come on.
All 3.
Save that for New Game Plus runs.
Oh, nice. We have a little trade there.
Yeah, so I'll take that memory card back. Maybe just slow it up for a little while, you know.
So the next duel that I have is the most infamous duel of this game. It is Seto third. This is one of the only 2 people in the game who can play Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon against you. This is the major roadblock that everyone encountered as a kid. This is where their runs all die. This is where most speed runs die. It's
Right.
just it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
I will need my own ultimate or Swords of Revealing Light if I want to have a decent shot here.
So yeah, Ultimate has about a 60% chance of being played against you, so it is like ludicrously common against 7th third. Just you never know when it's going to happen.
It's always sunny in Egypt. You know what they
So
say.
we draw, and there's our own ultimate.
All right.
So as long as I don't make a mistake, I will win this duel. Now, if he plays his own ultimate, I obviously can't kill it with my own. So
He's
that's
hoping
why.
for a moon here.
Yeah, that's why I specifically said as long as I don't make a mistake, I will win. So that's probably his own ultimate. But now that I have a second ultimate, I can suicide 1 and then attack with the other.
Yeah, basically he can
Cancel each other out.
crash his ultimate into the other one. So
Yep. So
that,
there's his ultimate. It's gone, but so is mine. But I have 2, so we're okay.
that clears out the opponent's board, so that wide open for a direct attack.
As long as I draw a card that has 3,500 attack or more. Okay, yeah, we win.
All right,
No
that
matter
should
what,
be
for
that's
sure.
GG there for Seto third. And now we are coming up on the final 2 duels
Yep.
in the
Final 2
gauntlet.
duels
The
of
next
of
one
the
being
game.
Dark Knight.
All right, we're entering the final 2 then.
Yep.
So we are.
Final 2 duels incoming.
Scary, but honestly, yeah, I believe in y'all.
The scariest part is that, our decks are very good, so the odds of us losing is low. But
not
if we
zero.
do lose, we have to redo all these.
The other one has a great
right?
chance. Speaking
and
of a
that's
good chance.
that's what is just absolutely killer in the game casually and in the speed run is that you have to do all of these duels in a row, and there's no opportunities to save, right? So it's not like I'm just not
One
saving
shot.
for the sake of speed here. You
Exactly.
can't save.
And also during a normal casual run without the randomizer, you also don't have access to Gate
Most of
Guardian
these-
without a ritual
yeah.
or Ultimate Dragon without a ritual.
Yeah, most of the cards I'm using, you don't have access to in a normal speed run either. So it's
Shout outs to Rando and the power of
it's tough
awesome.
stuff.
I couldn't give you a Megamorph.
So then the next person is Dark Knight. Dark Knight's a little bit easier than Seto third, and then Nightmare is the final person. And Nightmare also has Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon,
Gotta do it with
and he can just, if you cannot beat whatever Nightmare plays within the first 2 turns, you're almost definitely dead.
Yeah, but there's one thing that makes him a lot more intimidating than the others. And that is that he looks like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh god, I forgot about
Another thing
him.
also to mention with Nightmare as well is that Nightmare only plays monsters. Nightmare does not have magic or trap cards. So again, what GFC mentioned, if you cannot beat Nightmare within 2 turns, then yeah, you have to start all the way over from the beginning. And
So
that's
this
why
duel-
the gauntlet is very unforgiving.
Yeah. This duel against Dark Knight, the best card that he can play is just Meteor B Dragon, which is 3,500. So as soon as I drew Gate Guardian that was an instant win against this guy. But like I said, the next guy, we're back up to ultimate territory. So
No free wins on that one.
it will be
absolutely.
coming down to Nightmare.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yep,
If
and
I
coming-
draw Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, it's an instant win. If I draw Swords of Revealing Light, it's like a 99% instant win. So we will see.
And coming out of Dark Knight here, would you guys like to hear the spoiler log for what you missed?
Probably
after we're
Nightmare.
done,
Yeah, I was gonna
Alrighty,
say,
that
we've
sounds
gotten
good
this
to me.
far. I think
So
that
yeah,
this
so
one-
we're gonna be finishing a little bit ahead of
There you
estimate,
go.
which is good
Nice
because
subject.
we could go through the
Beautiful.
spoiler log on stream and see where all these good cards that apparently exist.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I've
we've got
heard
most of them.
that
I was
they
gonna say,
exist.
We've got,
Yeah, in spite of all this, you guys actually have made very good time.
we got Ultimate, Gate Guardian, MBD, B-Skull, BLS. We've got a lot.
Left leg.
Oh my god,
Wait,
there's all
we already-
five.
Oh, I got Pug'em too.
There's all five.
Fancy.
Oh my god.
No,
you
no,
can
no,
do
no,
it.
no, no. We already had left leg. It was right leg we
Okay.
needed.
I'm
Also,
sorry,
Pug'em
I'm
though,
sorry. Ah, man.
and Exodia the Forbidden.
Wow.
But we already
And it
had
would have
that.
been kind of funny if you tried Exodia Nightmare.
It's with 4 pieces.
All right, here we go.
Whoa, get all
The
set
opening
out
draw
there.
is the most important opening draw in the game.
Well, let's see.
And
That's
bad.
our
That is very
problem.
bad.
Uh-oh.
That is a
Uh-oh.
big uh-oh right there. It is all going to come down to the second draw or what he plays. We do not want to see a Sun Guardian Star or Blue Eyes Ultimate
And it is
Dragon.
a Sun,
It's
and
a
it
Sun.
is
It is an
ultimate.
ultimate. That is bad. I need my own ultimate or I need a
Yeah, he needs an
swords or
ultimate
else
here.
things are bad.
And
I
he
got an ultimate,
it.
and that's the
And
W.
He got it.
That is
GGs.
almost definitely a W anyway.
That's definitely a win.
Wow.
'Cause he has swords,
Yeah,
he
that's
has
definitely a
Regeki.
win as long as I don't make a mistake.
Great Destiny draw. I was gonna say that was impressive. Good stuff,
I
Marcus.
just gotta be careful.
Yeah, just have to be careful. Don't make any mistakes. You played another ultimate this guy. Oh,
And
but
those-
the
Oh,
draw.
okay, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, I'm
Wow.
just gonna stunt on him
just
now, boy.
mean.
Swords of Revealing Light, they can attack for 3 turns. Oh, it's a regular Blue Eyes.
What in the world?
Get out of here, dog.
All
What are
right,
you doing?
All right. All right. This game's,
pretty
too,
much kills
this
the
game's too
suspense.
funny.
So yeah, you can kind of see how Swords of Revealing
Wow.
Light and Regeki is like the best combination in the game. You literally prevent them from attacking for 3 turns, and Regeki just wipes all the monsters off of their side of the field.
Real.
So all you have to,
So-
right, so all you have to do is just build up your side of the field until you can wipe them out in one hit, right?
Sounds right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Say,
All right,
wow.
let's see you do that.
Let's see it. Let's see it. All right. Let's.
You got 4,500 left. You got a Blue S with 4,500.
And that's just regular old twin-headed. Wow.
And there it is.
I'll be
And we are
damned.
gonna. I'll tell you when time is, but it's coming right up.
This is bad stuff.
Yeah, time's coming up when the
Oh, and a graphical glitch on
Ah,
the
fancy.
Wow, okay,
Right at
hold,
the end.
hang on, and time.
Time.
Great job.
Good job. Good job.
That was good.
GG.
Amazing graphical glitch right for the end.
Amazing.
too.
That was that was actually really scary.
GG's,
Nightmare. GG,
Yeah,
dude.
well done.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Good game. Are you on Nightmare right now?
No, this is Dark Knight. Yeah,
Dark
I had,
Knight,
I had
okay.
a little bit of it.
And let's see
so-
when
Imagine
Nightmare
that,
drops really quick.
Say
3,
absolutely.
Hungry Burger, there it is, right at the end.
4,
Justice.
5, 6, 7,
feel.
8, 9. Trihorn.
I was just
10,
saying, I've been getting a lot of
11,
tryhards.
12,
Wow, what is this draw?
15.
Wild times.
No, not again.
GG's, GG.
No.
Every time. I never realized that he does a scream at the end.
I like the text box of just all O's. That's my favorite part because out of context it's
Exactly.
All right.
yeah,
Coming,
yeah, definitely
coming on to the home stretch here.
Indeed, I am. We'll be on to Nightmare here in just
definitely
a
a
moment.
credit sequence that not many people saw as a kid playing this.
This is a great ending to a game. The,
That day Seto left the ruins, never to be seen again.
for a little while.
Egypt was unified once again under the rule of Ah. To protect mankind, he ordered the forbidden ruins to be buried.
Always wins.
Ah became the greatest of pharaohs, bringing prosperity to all he ruled. The vile mages were no more. This was the tale of Ah,
Out
he
there.
whom we
Well,
call
you got MBD.
Yep, I was gonna say
about
MBD
Also
on
MBD.
B,
Yeah,
as you
Amazing.
do.
B pow right at the
As you
It's
do.
only fitting.
as well as the Gaia.
we
Hey, may as
say.
well. Nicely done.
And then really quick, a lot of people always wondered what the secret code was at the end of the game. This is actually a code that you can enter in the sequel to this game, Duels of the Roses, on the PlayStation 2. You can enter this to, what is it, like purchase cards?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so that is what that is for. So they were definitely thinking ahead there.
Very, very impressive foresight and the fact they incorporated it in the, yeah.
And then you got some of the best credit music ever.
Yep, as well as you get
And
to
the
look
3D
at
models.
3D models that they did use for the 3D duels. Unfortunately, we
Yeah,
didn't see one of those
great
because
wireframe.
there's not a very good point to use them
Yeah, so-
in most circumstances. But
All 722 monsters had 3D models made of them for this game, had multiple
I'll take
attack
it, I'll take
animations animated for this game. And the credits are pretty cool because the 3D model... Yeah, it is. The 3D model wireframes that you're seeing right here are actually randomized at the end of every run. Like every time the credits play, it's a different set of monsters that it shows. That's not just, oh, that's Summoned Skull too.
Nice, great.
So yeah, a little game that, you know, when you live stream this, a little game you always play with your chat is trying to figure out what all the
That's gonna get
monsters
killed
are
already anyway,
at the end of the run. So that's probably Summoned Skull. But let's take a look at, it's a moon for gocubbies.
Wow, that was a
And
terrible
his draws
draw.
are not the best there, but it's
Fantastic.
looking
Well, he
like
wins
he will be able to
regardless
get
here.
the win here.
He's
Yeah.
got Geki
Oh yeah.
in his hand.
So
yeah.
gocubbies able to win as well. Let's go.
So we're gonna have a double finish here.
So once gocubbies, finishes
clear
here,
the win,
we'll
yeah.
get him onto the credits as well, and then we'll take a quick glance at the spoiler log because we do have a little bit of extra time just to see where some of the cards that we missed were, out of curiosity.
There it is. Good stuff. I was waiting for that.
It's not gonna matter at this
I was
point.
gonna say, we're good to go. Nice little 50 up top.
Is that Beaver Warrior?
Hello.
Yo, do we got Beaver Warrior in the house?
That's Beaver Warrior. Let's
Look at him go,
Second
dude.
one, dude. Yes. Yes.
What a freaking menace.
All right, Ty's gonna be coming up for Cubbies here in just a moment.
Yep.
When the U-win screen clears off here. And time.
Well done.
I will check the cards afterwards.
Well,
stuff,
4
man.
minutes between both runners. That actually was an impressive race.
What is this? Oh, that's Yamato Dragon Scroll.
they say it looks like a strip of
what that
bacon.
The card is called Yamato Dragon Scroll. It is literally a 3D model with multiple attack animations of a floating scroll.
Very nice.
God, I love this. Oh, that's a
That's
big
Metal
boy.
Guardian right there.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It is. It's got the little wheel on the back. That's so
Look at 'em
cute.
go.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that.
All right,
That was a
so
wild
did you
finish.
want to give us any juicy
spoils,
nuggets
yeah.
from the spoiler log?
Absolutely.
What do we
Alrighty.
got?
Give us 1 second here. I think we have a donation.
Yes.
Do
Before we do that, we have $50 from Bad News Nate,
Hey.
and they write Exodia, obliterate.
Not in the game, but still in spirit.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Obliterated
we tried our
Nightmare,
best.
so I figured I'd still hold up my end of the bargain and donate to Child's Play. So.
Shout outs to Prince Child, by the way. Saved Egypt as well. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Child's Play. Absolutely.
All right.
And to everybody that came in as
Come
well,
on,
thank you so
chat.
much, everybody, for coming in. And to all the volunteers and staff, thank you so much again for putting this on for
Yes.
us every year. It's always a pleasure doing this. So give everybody a big round of applause for that.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Everyone
thank you
who's
all,
put this
staff,
event on,
everybody, thank
everyone
you
for
so
coming
much.
in here, it means a lot. Thank you.
Chat, there's still time for somebody to donate
gonna say,
$300
I'm
to get to 8,500.
I'm still
Somebody
trying-
can still do that. There's still time. You have
Never know.
you have seconds.
All right, and with that said, let's go ahead and
Get
put
on
the
the
spoiler
spoiler.
log.
Alrighty. So
Yeah, so let's hear it.
first,
okay.
the big one, Megamorph, as we've all been
Where
looking
was
for.
Megamorph?
Yeah.
Megamorph was actually found quite early in the game as the BCD drops for Tayana, as well as a low roll for a SA on Villager 2.
Oh man.
I did say on
And-
Villager 2. Yeah. I was
Yep,
gonna say.
it's just a low roll. And
What was
a
it- what was the-
BCD on Seto.
What was the odds on
Which Seto?
Seto first.
Seto for it.
What?
I did BCD on Seto.
Wait, who was the first one? It was Tayana BCD?
Yep,
What were the
Tayana
odds?
BCD.
I did Taya SA,
Her
dang
odds were 41. And for Seto first, it was 31. But the most disappointing one, and it's going to disappoint gocubbies, is that Shoddy
Yeah, I know.
at a BCD,
Which I did a lot.
or actually, yeah, Shoddy at a BCD had a 43
For what?
for Megamorph.
Megamorph, yeah.
You're kidding me.
I got the 2 Dragon Treasures instead.
And then
Of
as well
course.
as there was low chances for Megamorph as well, and actually on the last duel of the run against Nightmare on
On what? BCD?
not Nightmare,
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yep, on a Oh no, I'd settled third on the SA Pal. My bad.
I was just saying.
He had a
But I mean,
20.
every other major drop we actually ended up finding.
Also, Duel
really
Master
did.
K had a 13% chance of dropping it.
I
Or
had
not
2 duels
13%,
on
13.
Was it an SA or BCD? I did SA Pals. I think.
SA.
Yeah, of course
Somebody
I
in
did.
chat wants to know where Dark Magician was.
Alrighty, let me pop it up in here for you.
Chat, there's still
All
time
right,
to
Dark
donate.
Magician was found mostly during the early run, BCD on Simon for
Wow,
pretty high odds on it, as well as a SA Pal on Tayana. Actually, the lowest odds to get it was a 10.
Really?
And then it was found in multiple places throughout the run, but mostly kept in tech, so we didn't get to
so
see
we
it.
would never see it.
Yeah, I
in
was
the
gonna
tech
say
race.
lots of almost every character in the World Tournament's tech had a Dark Magician in it.
All right.
Just a moment. I'm working
Yeah, that's
And also the right leg was actually only retrievable on, I believe it was late game for.
It was on Dark Knight, right?
I was gonna say I saw there was one on Dark Knight, as well as on Meadow SA Pal.
Okay.
That was where the right leg was hiding, and that was probably the greatest chance of
Curtain of the Dark
retrieving it.
Ones.
So.
So yeah, I don't know if there's any
I've
more
got the-
donations.
I'm working on
No, he's donating right now. But before his comes in, is there if there's any more donations before we get off here?
We have one more donation from V Nature. They write, no photo finish, but actually goofing Labyrinth Mage truly fits the theme, so here's another 50. And another right this second from gocubbies, $42. Based run, lots of goodness.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
This was a great
An
race as
awesome
well. Again.
So we are ending our segment with the donation total being $8,282.
Thank you guys.
That is awesome. And I believe when we started the run, it was around like 71 or
sounds about
7,200. So
right.
I think we got pretty close to
pretty
getting
much
1,000
matched last year.
during that run. That is absolutely insane. Thank you,
Wow.
everybody.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much
much.
for an awesome
And
year.
yeah, just thank you everybody for watching. We have good runs continuing on after this. So yeah, keep enjoying MAGFast, keep donating to Child's Play, and enjoy the event, everybody.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend and enjoy the rest of your New Year.
Signing off. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Thanks again for coming.